Hello! Welcome to Atypical Table, the show where I get the audio and video working right every time, on time, except sometimes it's a little bit
Let's
late.
go.
I am your beautiful host, Amelia Som, and I would love for us to introduce all of our friends who are going to be like, fuck, I forgot a very important thing. I usually do this off stream. I'm gonna do it on stream. I'm gonna put a little pressure on y'all, okay? By agreeing to be on this stream, consider this a formal extension of an invitation of friendship. Because sometimes with my mutuals, they don't know that I want to be friends with them. And they're like, I don't know, what are we? So I would like to be your friend. Would you like to be my friend? I would like a verbal yes or no.
Yes. Yes.
Isn't the what are we so exciting though?
It is like a little back and forth, but like
just drawing it out.
I
But
feel
yes,
like
also.
you're being on my stream, so we're kind of taking another step.
I mean, I never thought you'd ask for me to be on your stream, but here we are.
Yeah. Jess, did I hear your answer? I didn't.
Oh yeah, I already said yes.
Okay. Because I was like, if the answer is no, like that's totally fine. Like you don't have to be my friend, but I will kick you off the stream. So that's why I really handled this before. No one said no yet. That's really nice. Yeah, so we're gonna go around the table, and all of my new friends, or like people who I was kind of friends with already, are going to introduce themselves. We will start with Socks.
Hello, I am Socks, aka Socks with a Coffee Cup on everything except Twitter, because Twitter doesn't let me have that handle. And there I am, a lonely sock. I play D&D sometimes, I stream sometimes, but you know, I'm here and I'm queer. Yeah.
Amazing. Oh my god, same. Moss.
Hi, I'm Moss. You can find me at Ephemeral Giant on quite genuinely everything. Go to my Twitter. That's where I start fights for fun. I'm mostly kidding. Mostly kidding. I also stream sometimes. I also play D&D sometimes. But yeah, that's what I do. I also write games sometimes. More on that later.
Moss, if people want to watch you stream D&D, where should they go?
They should go to the Ephemeral Forest, which is currently on a bit of a hiatus, but we will be back.
That's also another Twitch channel. You're already here on Twitch. Go ahead and follow them so you know when they get back. Like, that way it'll give you little notifications and all that. Jess, you are up next.
Hi, my name is Jess. I go as Bloodbath and Beyond on the only platform I have a following on, which is TikTok. Every other platform is some sort of bastardization of that because there's a very popular company that already has that name. That's the only social I was able to snipe from them. I do not make D&D content. It's what I used to make. It's how I got my starting, but I've fallen off of it, and I'm very excited to get back into it with a fun little Twitch stream.
Yes, and last but most certainly not least, Stella.
Hello, I'm Stella Jo. I go by Stella Jo on basically all platforms, Twitter, TikTok, and I stream 3 times a week on Twitch, where I play mostly Stardew Valley and Minecraft. By the way, if you go to my Twitter, there is a pinned tweet there that I highly recommend you check out. If you want to see me be in a Minecraft competition, drop a little vouch. That'd be really cool. But yeah, that's where you can find me everywhere. And I play a lot of D&D with my IRL friends. Not so much online, but definitely IRL.
It's okay. This is just like playing with your IRL friends, except it's just people you only kind of know, and it's in front of an audience.
Yeah, definitely. The last time I played D&D on a Twitch stream, I made out with the Mothman, so I'm feeling pretty good.
Okay.
The bar is set high.
You know,
okay.
I'm feeling good.
That's not going to happen, but people who are longtime viewers of the stream know that we really can't rule anything out here on Atypical Table Roguelike. So I'm going to describe a little bit about the stream. I just dropped the link in the chat for you guys in the Discord chat so you guys can have access to your character sheets. Basically, it's a Google Sheets document, so each page has your name on it, and whichever your name is, that's you. Which is just generally how naming things work. So let's go over what we're about to get into for the stream for people who don't know and for people who have been here. First and foremost, if you know you are going to be a guest on this stream, I'm staring at the camera, I'm talking to you, and I'm telling you to get the fuck out. Leave. Don't watch. Don't look at it. Don't participate. You gotta go. If you haven't already been on this stream, if you're gonna be on this stream in the future, like, you gotta go. No spoilers. Spoiler-free zone. It's better for everyone. Next is a little bit of what we're doing here. So this is a rogue-squared, rogue-ish, rogue-like roguelite dungeon in which the characters stay the same each week. The players change. You guys may have noticed that last week was a bit of a deviation from the norm, but we're back on track, as it were. So, guys, how do you feel about your character sheet so far?
I'm not doing a German accent. I'm saying that right now. I'm sorry. I cannot do a German accent, but know that my character does have a German accent, I guess.
If I'm not mistaken, that does make you a coward. Am I correct?
I mean, yes, but also I don't know how to do a German accent.
I'm gonna be honest, that hasn't stopped anyone on this show before.
I know how to do like a Russian accent.
Yeah, that's usually what it ends up
cool.
being. Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
I apologize for any of our German viewers. That's a standing
I
thing on
don't.
the show. Oh, well.
Listen, it's Yom Kippur tomorrow. I don't apologize for anything until tomorrow.
Amazing. Love that for you. I know how holidays work. Is this one of the tree ones? I hear there's a lot of tree-based Jewish holidays.
Nope. That one's in a couple weeks.
Okay. Socks, you're making a lot of facial expressions here.
There's a lot.
There's a
I'm
lot. You're
Irish, but not Irish. But I'm a Scottish barmaid. There's a lot going on, and I'm very small.
Wait,
I'm
hold on.
very
When did Scottish
small.
get added there?
At the bottom.
You lost your Irish accent. It is now the accent of a Scottish barmaid. Wow. You know, I should pay closer attention. To
Very
this right
specific.
here. Yeah.
What is a dream lily?
I am
Amazing.
simply lost. You explained this earlier, but I have no idea where my character sheet is.
Okay, are you on the Google Sheet document?
I'm on the Google Sheet document.
Okay, you should be able to choose at the bottom of the page.
Ah,
Yeah.
Aha.
It's labeled Moz.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It happens. It happens. Yeah.
I see. I see.
Jess.
I see.
Jess, you're looking very inquisitive. I feel like you're doing a lot of reading here.
Yeah, there's just so much about a button.
There's so much about a button, for sure.
There's a lot about a button. I also have a posh English accent, and I am 7'2". So that's fun.
Love that for you.
Why is the B movie script on here?
You can ask Chris that at Hamasama-kun. That's between you and him.
Okay.
That sounds like Chris.
Also, I just
Oh.
realized that I'm in the Google Doc under my boyfriend's professional work email. So
Luckily, no part of the Google Doc or
We
anything
will
is
not
on the
dox you.
stream, so
yeah,
I love
I'm not
this fat
doxing him,
bastard
but
so much.
yeah. Also, Socks, I don't know if you're looking at the chat, but you have joined the long lineage of hashtag Team Trevor.
I'm very excited to disappoint everybody with my Irish Scottish accent. That's just gonna turn into, I don't know, Boston at some point. Really.
Oh, okay, Socks. So you're Trevor.
Yeah.
Got it. Good to know.
I'm Trevor.
Yeah.
I'm also looking at the fun little tidbits I've gotten. Oh
I am
boy.
Simp.
I just realized that
Decimator.
the B movie script is on here twice.
Wait, what?
I am simply Simp the Decimator, and I love everything I've been told thus far.
God.
all of mine is about buttons. I'm trying to understand what button.
I don't have an arm.
How many classes is Cool Sam now? Great question.
3. Level 5 Rogue Swashbuckler, Level 2 War Cleric, Level 2 Ranger. Any god associated with that cleric thing, or just
It might
just
be
fucking
me.
around? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
That's what I have. I have the
Okay.
Great Amelia.
Yeah, I think
The
it's-
Great
Okay,
Amelia.
yeah, that one's definitely me. I don't know.
Very good. I'll take it.
So it's up to you. It can be me. It doesn't have to. I just want to put it out there so people don't think I'm like that kind of weird. I didn't say that I had to be their god. They chose it. Okay.
Okay.
I feel really bad. I was like, oh, I'm Sam. No, I'm not Sam.
Getting a lot of mixed messages about this button.
I'm Sam.
Right?
I'm so confused.
I'm Dirty Sam.
I'm so sorry to everyone who's played this character before. I need you to know by the end of the stream they're gonna become a druid somehow.
Wait, I gotta
That's
pop out
amazing.
from chat so I can be a
I'm gonna
nuisance
hold you
in
to
this
that.
chat.
Thank you, Marigold Morgan. for noting that it has been updated. Okay,
What?
so
Trevor's so stacked. What happened? What?
mhm.
What happened?
You see why we do this on stream now? Because like because it used to be before stream, and I was like, this makes more sense. That way we don't have to, get some dead air on stream time. But your faces are amazing right now.
Yeah.
I need to let everyone know that this is my very first time playing a rogue in anything ever. I have never touched rogue once.
I am
You're so valid.
absolutely honored. I hope you have a D6 on you, or more. This is
4.
honestly, I think, the perfect environment to learn how to play rogues. This might be the perfect environment to learn how to play Dungeons and Dragons, if I'm being honest.
All confusing.
Right into the fire.
Technical question for you.
Technical answer for you.
Little old cool Sam. We got cantrips, we got level 1 spells. Those are all the spells that they have. Does Sam have pronouns at all? Does Sam just go by cool Sam? It says speaks in third person, but any pronouns at all?
None of the characters have canonical pronouns. I feel like it usually just it goes with whatever happens. No one has felt the need to set pronouns in stone. I think
Fair enough.
I will say I feel like Trevor has just always I feel like all of them sort of have been a transcended gender, but whatever feels right for you. These are your characters now. You get to
Cool
control
Sam's
them.
pronouns are cool Sam and only cool Sam. Thank you.
Pronouns cool/Sam.
I feel a burning need to change my character's name by the end of this stream because just being Sam when cool Sam is out there is not fun. So if I can find a way to in-game change their name, I will be doing that.
Yeah.
Killing me.
Oh yeah. Trevor is referred to with they them most. Yeah, I think Trevor's basically usually been they them most of the time. Oh, also, who has Sammy? Is it Sam or Cool Sam?
Sam has Sammy.
Yeah, and just so you know, Sammy is your pet mastiff, and Sammy is short for Sam. As far as
Great.
I'm concerned.
Yeah, so it's just Sam's all the way down.
Yeah, Sam's all the way down.
Oops, all
Okay.
Sams.
Yeah,
It's all
all
Sam's. Yeah. So, are you guys ready to kind of get into it? Do you feel comfortable enough with your character sheet for me to just start some basic staging descriptions? Any more questions about this, about the stream, about anything really? It doesn't have to be D&D related. Just if you have any questions you needed answered for a while, I'm here.
I have one.
Yeah.
What is the meaning of life when we're slowly spiraling towards climate crisis?
That's a great question.
I just wanted to play some D&D.
And I thought you might ask something along those lines. 42 is a great answer, Marigold Morgan. And I think whether or not we are spiraling toward climate crisis, the meaning of life is what it has always been, which is to say there's not some, in my opinion, I don't think there's some specific divine purpose. You may differ depending on any sort of theology or worldview that you interpret the world. But I earnestly feel like part of being alive is just doing what we can to continue life on Earth. And while we can't fix anything or everything, we can make a difference in our own lives. We can make a difference for those around us. We can, work with the people who are in positions of power to do that. But everything that we're experiencing now, I don't think is unique to the human I think is unique to the human experience. I don't think is unique to us specifically. Like, when volcanoes were erupted, it was the end of the world for the people there, and that's something that's out of your control. But people, they figure it out, they work together, and you rebuild where you can. And I think that's kind of the goal, is just to help people wherever we can.
Solid.
Any other questions? Okay. And with that silence and head shaking, let's get into it. So, you guys find yourselves in a rectangular room. Sorry, I'm just looking at the chat. Today we work toward this goal by confining our murder to a fantastical plane that is not the Earth. Yep. So you guys are in this room. It is 20 feet in one dimension, 30 feet in another dimension. You guys each find yourself manacled to the wall. There's about... Yes.
You said dimension. Did you mean direction or do you mean dimension? How many dimensions are we currently existing in?
I'm a flat sailing my way out of this.
The dimensions of this room are 20 feet by 30 feet, okay? It extends along one planar dimension. You are existing in 4-dimensional space in which the 4th dimension is time. It is you move through it. It's 20 feet by 30 feet in whatever way that makes the most sense to you. You are manacled to the wall. There is about 1 foot of give between your chain and like the anchor on the wall. Everyone, let's see. I believe Trevor is the only one. Most of your manacles are around your wrist. Trevor's are up around like kind of their head as if they were shorter than expected, and so it's just like instead of like the length from the bottom of the wall is just kind of higher because you're so small. And yeah. Oh yeah. So there's 2 on one wall. It goes Sam and Cool Sam on one wall, Trevor and Simp the Decimator on the opposite wall. You guys are 10 feet from the person on the same wall as you. You are 20 feet from the person opposite you. There is a pedestal, large like podium sort of thing in the middle of the room with a glowing red button. Sammy is laying at your feet, Sam.
Okay.
This is the part where you play Dungeons and Dragons. So,
I'm so sorry. We like wake up in this room.
You wake up in this room and you hear a voice in your head. You hear your own voice in your head. You don't have any memory of what you were doing before this. No real memory of where you came from. But you hear yourself telling yourself information. All of the sending messages that are on your character sheet are now playing off in your head. In canon.
Sure do love to hear myself talk. I've already failed at the Scottish accent. Step 1, done.
Keep trying. The only failure is for them who does not try. Or for they who does not try. They. Is there a plot to this module? Why are you asking questions like this? You weren't here last week, Barnaby, so there was some lore dropped or some behind the scenes dropped. I like Unending Sam as well. Yeah, but you guys are there. You're just sitting there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hands above my head.
Your
Cool
hands
Sam.
are by your waist, actually.
Oh, okay, sorry. Hands by my waist. This is like sexier, whatever.
Okay, this is not that kind of dungeon. Okay? So,
anyway,
this is like good Christian Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm
game.
sorry. Anyway, Cool Sam is going to cast Produce Flame and try and melt the manacle with the chain of the manacle, like get it hot enough to where he could like break it off.
Okay, that's a nice one. I'm gonna let you roll a spellcasting check for that because there is a specific spell called Heat Metal that heats metal, but if you roll high enough,
yeah, but I don't have that one.
Yeah, you don't, and it's. I don't expect you to know. Like, if you knew that heat metal existed, you probably would know that it heats metal. But just roll a spellcasting check. So roll a d20, add your proficiency bonus and spellcasting modifier.
Is my spellcast modifier wisdom?
Maybe.
Cleric?
Yeah, that sounds right.
That's a nat 20.
Of course it is. Yeah, so with a nat 20, you take your producing flame in both of your hands, and in one of your hands, I will say, and you manage to concentrate the fire into a specific line and focus it on one point on a weak link of the chain and bust it, and that's enough to get out, and you're able to easily enough use your both hands to get the other one free with a nat 20, cool. Which was basically what you needed.
Thank you. So I'm out.
You're out. Question. That's why you're the cool Sam. No offense.
Guy on a motorcycle outside thinks so too.
So our arms are at like down below. I'm 7'2", so am I of any sort of like crouching?
Actually, surprisingly, no. Yours are
Oh,
still.
Feeling
nice.
I
here.
mean, your arms are probably like what, like 3 or 4 feet in the air, maybe. Your wrists. I'll take
Something
you
like
for the
that.
sub cucumber.
Can I do pull-ups? Can I just do pull-ups
Yeah,
while
give me a
I'm
strength
chained with my
check.
hands?
Yeah.
Well, I rolled a 3, and that is +0, so
Okay.
that's a 3.
So actually, no, you can't. You try to do pull-ups, but you're not like Trevor's not really so much of like a muscles person. You're just you give me a performance check to see if you can pull it off as not looking like you are failing at a pull-up.
That's a 15.
At 15, yeah, it just looks like you're stretching, like you're trying to pull up, but you're just like yeah. It's just a nice, send salutation kind of thing.
Top of the
Just gonna
morning,
cast
yeah.
spiritual weapon and knock out my chains.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll an attack.
Somebody has a practical spell. Look at that.
I have one. That's a good ol'. Oh my god, what is my spellcasting? I
think
D
it's
and
in
D.
the left column. It's in column A somewhere.
Who the
underneath
heck is
the hit.
Colin?
I want to say maybe like A14.
There's supposed to be something there. No one ever filled it out. Anyways.
Okay, hold on. What are you? You're a cleric. That's 1 plus 3 is 4 plus 8 is no. So that's 4, and then that's 12. There you go.
Cool. So that's a 16.
That's a 16. Yeah, you're able to hit it. Go ahead and roll damage.
Cool. That's a D8. That's a good old 7.
7 damage. I'm gonna say 7 damage is enough because otherwise you're just gonna keep rolling until you hit it, and I feel like you're able to. What does your spiritual weapon look like, by the way?
The spiritual weapon is, it's just a pair of large nail clippers.
Sure. Yeah. You're able to clip through
Just
the
cutting.
chains, and you are free. Are you gonna assist your co-prisoners or?
I'm gonna look for that big red button.
Oh, it's really easy to find. It's in the center of the room, and it's big and it's red.
So I have my priorities. While you debate about the button, first of all, because I would assume my arms are at just the right height, I'm gonna call over Sammy. I'm gonna pet him.
You can do so easily. You don't even have to roll for that.
Very important. We established that he is a good boy. And then I am going to pull out my dagger and try to finesse it into the chains and try to snap it.
Okay, give me a thieves tool check. Well, actually, no. Roll a d20 and add your dexterity is what we'll do for that, since that is not an actual thieves tool.
10.
10. Did I actually make a DC for that? I didn't make a DC for that, so I'm gonna say it works because I kind of want to get past this part. So yeah, you're able to get your dagger in.
Wow,
it takes you a
I thought it would
while.
be.
It's not like immediately unlocked, but it takes you a couple minutes. But you're able to sort of jam it in there. And once you get one arm free, the other one is a lot easier.
Okay, and then the second I'm free, I'm gonna go back to petting Sammy.
Yeah, you do.
Very important.
Roll animal handling to see how well you pet.
Oh, this is very important.
Yeah. Might be the most important roll of the night.
How good are those chinny scritches?
I don't know, what does a 6 translate to chin scratches?
It's alright. He's like, you're scritching his chin, and he's just like, okay, yeah, you're rubbing me for some reason, I guess.
We gotta work on that.
Yeah.
I have long, gratuitously, oh god, I can't say the word. Long, very well decorated acrylic nails. Can I use the acrylic nails to pick the locks on my manacles and just drop?
Absolutely.
Yes.
100%.
What did you say the dimensions of the room were again?
20 feet by 30 feet.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
just gonna look to everyone, and
Make your way through that.
once everyone's out of their manacles, and say, okay, I don't have really a plan beyond this. Just back up 30 feet, and I'm gonna use my spiritual weapon to press the big red button.
Oh, maybe don't press the button, no, and backs up against the wall.
You guys just going up against the wall or against the corners?
Yeah.
I
mean,
don't
you all
go
don't
up
have to
against the
listen to
wall.
me.
I go right next to the button,
Sure.
and as soon as the spiritual weapon is going to press the button, I'm going to also press the button right
Gotcha.
after.
Oh, nice. What is Sam doing?
Sam, I forget Sam is 7'2". Sam can't hide very easily.
No.
Yeah, Sam's just gonna follow suit and just kind of like press himself up against the wall, but specifically making sure that Sammy is behind him because we have priorities here.
Sure.
Just make sure that Sammy is well guarded.
Okay. Yeah, so you press the button and you press the button immediately after that. I need everyone to give me 2 dexterity saving throws, including Sammy, but Sammy can roll with advantage because you are actively protecting him.
What is, do I have to look up Mastiff?
If you can, I'll look it up right now really quick, but you might want to have it on hand. That is a +2.
+2. Okay.
My first dex save was a 7, and my second one was a natural 20.
Okay.
17 and 18.
Okay.
First one is a 21.
Okay.
Second one is a natural 1.
Okay. That I will let you know that natural 1 is gonna fail.
I
Guys,
would assume so.
I got bad news about Sammy.
No. Oh no.
Sammy's rolling 2 dexterity saves, right?
Yeah. At advantage.
With advantage. That's poor dog. He rolled a 2 because he got a 1 and a 2, and then the second one he rolled a 6 because he had a 4 and a 6.
Okay. And what did Sam get?
Sam got a 16.
And on the second one?
21.
Okay. Let's see. The DC there is 15. So, you guys have evasion. Whoa, I don't actually know if you guys if anyone's like 7 levels in Rogue.
Nope.
Nope, you don't. Is evasion? What level do you get evasion? Is that maybe that's 3rd level?
7.
7?
That's 7.
Okay, yeah. So none of you have evasion. Cool.
I have a bracelet of evasion. Can I argue I have enough time to like cram it onto Sammy?
It might just automatically work. I don't remember how a bracelet it has 3 charges. You can use a charge in order to evade the one that you succeeded on both. So if you use 2 charges, you will take no damage.
Okay.
Do you wish to do that?
No, I'm gonna save it.
Okay. You have 3 charges total, so you just letting you know. Okay, so the first fireball did 19 damage, and the second one did 26 damage. So Trevor, you take, hold on, I'm gonna do math here because I know people who play D&D don't know how to do math. 19 plus 13. Trevor, you take 32 damage.
I'm almost unconscious.
19 divided by 2 is 9, plus 13 is 22. What is it? Simp, you take 22 points of damage. That's 19 divided, that's 9 plus 13. Stella. Cool, Sam, you also take 22 points of damage. And 9.
But I have resistance to fire because I'm a fire genasi, so it
you
is
take
11.
Yeah, and then Sam, you also take 22 points of damage, and Sammy is dead.
Dead? Like forever dead?
I didn't
Or
know what time I was
unconscious
gonna
dead?
say that Mastiffs have 5 hit points.
Yeah.
Oh, dead.
Yeah. Just
Dead,
God.
dead.
disappears after he dies, so you guys don't have to look at a little dead dog.
Oh.
So,
Starting off great.
So this message I got in my head that said press middle button twice because second time gives healing was lie.
yeah.
Cool.
I would
Good
say
to know.
lie. And
Yeah.
I want to know, do you guys consider yourselves, are you the sort of people who would take a hit to keep someone else from getting hurt, or would you rather just let that person get hurt?
If that person was a dog, I would absolutely take a
It's not a
bullet for
dog,
it.
it's just a person.
It's just a person.
Just a person. I'm giving you guys one free. It's what my character would do. What would your characters rather take a hit for someone, or would they rather pass the buck?
Absolutely not. I would pass the buck, of course. What? I'm
We're-
too important.
I am a simp, and all of my spells are healing spells. I think I'd rather take the hit.
Okay.
There's so little personality on this.
Then you get to make it up. You get to define what you want. You have all the power.
He's a selfish asshole. He's not taking hits for nobody.
Okay. Same for
No one is cooler than Cool Sam. So
fair. Okay.
Cool Sam come
We'll
first.
see. We'll see.
That's not what my character sheet says. Under personality sheet it says no one is cooler than Cool Sam. So it's true.
Yeah.
Even though this other thing was lie.
Can I just listen to Cool Sam talk for a minute, so I can use my
Like a
master of
straight minute?
intrigue? Just like a straight minute of listening to Cool Sam talk, so I can do that accent instead. Because
Yes.
of Master of Intrigue. Oh,
I'm-
excellent. Very good.
Because we pay very close attention to the rules here, very clearly. Stella, I'm gonna need you to talk. I'm starting the timer right now, but
You're a motherfucker. You know what? Earlier in the stream when you asked if you wanted to be friends,
I will kick you. I will kick you
Interesting.
from the
I just
call.
wanna-
Say
I just want to
crack
circle
your
back.
neck.
Circle back for a second. You do have the entire B movie script on your thing, so there is your prompt.
Yeah.
You know.
that is true.
Also,
Wait,
I
do
already
I have-
started the
it isn't the
timer,
entire
so I'm
thing.
being very nice to you.
Oh,
because you only have
sorry.
30 seconds left.
Well, according to all known laws of aviation, there's no way a bee should be able to fly. Oh, the accent is changing.
So that's true. There's no way a bee should be able to fly.
should be able to fly. Its wings are too small and its body is too fat. The rest of the B movie script is not on here. Where is the accent gone? I simply don't know.
It is gone somewhere.
And anyway, so yes, my name is Cool Sam. I am the coolest. These are my jarts. They're pretty
Ooh.
cool.
Yeah.
Even though I am
Cool.
Fire Genasi, I am extremely cool.
Like
Uh,
magma. Like
yeah, you
magma
get
rock.
the time.
Yes.
Yes.
My
Yes.
only bond is to the band ABBA.
Excellent. This is now my accent for rest of game.
Okay. Yeah, so that happened. Your guys' answers, the majority said that you would rather not take the hit for someone else, so something that was gonna happen isn't gonna happen, so I guess it'll just screw over people in the future. But they're not you.
But yeah, that sounds like a not us problem, so I don't know why that's relevant.
Yeah. So yeah, what are you guys doing? You're in this room. It's oddly enough not scorched. The entire room is sort of lined with this kind of like sandstone brick and these large, wide, like 2 foot by 3 foot, very smooth surface on everything, basically.
It reminds me of a play I once watched with Master Detective where it started to press random things on wall. And thing open. Let us do that.
Wait, I heard a voice talk about a brick. I heard somebody tell me that there's gas that comes out of a brick if you press it.
Oh, that is not good.
Yeah. And ceiling buttons are no go. Those are poison. Also, DM, Cool Sam is gonna hold up their arms. Do I have 2 arms?
Oh, I think you're missing a hand.
Just a
Wait,
hand.
was Cool Sam the one? Hold on.
I have a note that says, "You don't have an arm. I'm sorry about
You
that."
do have an arm. I totally forgot. Yeah, from about here down, you do not have your left hand, I believe.
They're just gonna like internally freak out for a second about
Yeah.
that, and like it definitely has like phantom limb fingers, so is like doing this, but there's nothing there.
Yeah.
And then is gonna just push it. That's a later problem.
As they're doing that, I want to cast Mage Hand to make the fingers do weird things and just have it like sit where Cool Sam's hand is supposed to be in a very dramatic way, and then just do the peace sign.
Amazing. You're dramatically making a peace sign somehow against your own, and not against your own will, but it's just doing that. Yeah, as you move your wrist, the mage hand moves, but it just keeps doing like
Just like little fiery tears. And then looks up at Trevor and goes, What the fuck, man?"
How did you know it was me? Is it the nails? Did the nails give it away? Or is
You're
it just-
doing this with your hands. I have mage hand
I-
too. I know how to cast mage hand.
Yeah,
I see you casting
I
mage.
did not know you knew how to do
Somatic.
that. I am so sorry. What else
Is
in
Trevor
this
almost
room?
dead? Like,
Yes, I
looks
am.
like-
I am very dead, almost.
I'm sorry if we
I have
already
spells for
established
that.
this, but is there a door in the room?
No, there's not a door. No one like actively asked, but it's pretty very clear. Like there's very clearly not a door in this room, but that would be kind of
Okay.
funny.
there was just
There's just
There you
yeah.
go.
There's also a key on the floor. You guys don't know. I'm just kidding.
Are there like Trevor would like to go to the corners of the room and like poke the floor
Yeah.
in the corners.
Mhm.
Is there anything in the corners of the room?
Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Whew, I'm okay at that.
Hmm.
Not when I roll a 3, that's a 10 total.
Yeah, nothing.
The sending in my head is incorrect. These messages, these voices. They say pressure plates in the room. I do not feel no pressure plates.
How big is the room?
20 feet by 30 feet. In every possible dimension, known and unknown. Except for the ceiling. The ceiling's only 10 feet. But as you guys are sort of looking around, as you're looking for a door and just kind of looking through the room, you do notice that on what I'm going to call wall A, so wall A, wall C and D were the two walls that you guys were chained to. And then
I
one
need
wall is
cardinal
wall A.
directions.
What?
I need cardinal directions.
Okay, the north and south walls. The north and south walls are the walls that you were chained to. There's an east and west wall. And just for the purpose of this stream, these are just for a reference point. This room does not specifically exist in these cardinal directions, just for people who might want to know. But north and south walls are the ones you're on. On the east wall, there does seem to be one stone that is stuck out a little further than the rest. It looks like a button.
Don't push it.
So don't push that one. Can I look up and try and see if there are buttons on the ceiling? Or just like inspect the ceiling?
Yeah, investigation check.
Okay. Oh my fucking god. Oh. I'm a rogue and I have -1 investigation. That's cool. That's a 1. A
Nah.
dirty 1, not a
Nah.
natural 1.
It would have been funnier if it was a natural one, because then you just got a 0.
Yeah, but that's not what happened, isn't it? All these voices, these messages in my head from me, ? Are all liars. They're all liars. There's no buttons on the ceiling. This other person is a liar, and I'm writing it down on the character sheet to make sure that other people are
No, you
confused.
can't write that.
Really?
You don't get to
Aw.
write yet. Nope. That is one thing you can't write any useful thing. There's a specific way we do the writing things.
Fair enough.
Not until
Sorry.
then. It's okay. I didn't make that clear. That's on me. You're doing great. Love you.
What if I cast detect magic and maybe there is magic? Maybe we can just walk through a wall or something, like secret little alcove, like when painting in game that does not exist in Dungeons and Dragons.
You cast detect magic.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
I do.
You notice an aura. So there's like some magical items on your friends. I don't remember them all off the top of my head, but wow, they sure are there. And then you notice a faint magical aura coming from the pedestal with that red button in the center of the room. Oh, now that you've pressed the red button, you did notice after you pressed it that the top very clearly etched in the glass says Fireball.
That explains why one of the voices said you will be taking 4 fireballs. I'm sorry.
And you do notice that there is a bit of I think it would be conjuration magic, maybe evocation, I don't know, from that little pressure plate, that little button on this wall, the like one brick that's sticking out further. This entire room is lined with stone though, so you may be missing out on some magic things that are on the other side of the stone.
What if we just break wall?
Yeah,
What
can I
is worst
just-
that could happen?
Can I just stab the wall?
Yeah,
Just
which
smash
wall are you
it.
stabbing? North, south, east, or west?
Let's go west.
Okay, you stab the west wall. Go ahead and roll me it. What are you stabbing it with?
I have a dagger.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and roll me a wall attack.
I look at my war pick and I'm just like, I watch.
19 plus whatever.
Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll your damage for your dagger.
It's a d4, right?
Yeah.
2.
Okay, so you stab the wall, you hit the wall, you chip off, like, it just kind of scrapes a little, like, line into it.
Okay. I do the other 3 walls. Okay.
You were able, you don't even have to roll for it, you were able to just scratch a little bit on each wall. Yeah.
What if I press the red button again?
Oh, not
Please don't do that. Please don't
I
press
will-
button again.
I will die. Do you have resurrection magic? If you press it again, I will just simply perish.
Has anybody seen... No, I'm not gonna... No, never mind. Like, relevant, do we still have the body of the dead dog?
Oh!
No, you don't.
Oh!
Dead bodies just disappear. The dogs do.
I am very sad about this dog. That was a very cute dog that is no longer with us.
Also very sad about the dog. What if we simply... It said they will be taking 4 fireballs. What if we have to use up all the uses of the button? Which I will die, so this is not in my best interest. But also, if Voices is wrong about things, like pressure plate, what if we press other button on the wall and maybe it's not poison? Hmm?
Level 2 cleric. Do I have what's it called? The fucking cleric thing. No.
The cleric thing. Turn undead. Channel divinity.
Yeah.
Channel divinity?
Channel divinity. Thank you. Yes, channel divinity.
I totally know the answer to that because I know
Yes.
everything about Dungeons and Dragons.
You have channel divinity because I have channel divinity. That's a second level thing.
Oh, here. It just doesn't have. Sorry. Yeah. No, it is here. It's only turn undead right now. At channel 2. Who the fuck?
Wait. You should still have the other one. That just I think is a thing that's not in your sheet because you should have your class specific one. You're a war cleric, or are you the other cleric?
Yes. War.
Wow,
I just didn't know if I had a divine not divine intervention. That's like a high level spell,
You
but
get Guided Strike. Starting at 2nd level, you can use your Channel Divinity to strike with supernatural accuracy, and when you make an attack roll, you can use your Channel Divinity to gain a +10 bonus to the roll. You make this choice after you see the roll, but before the DM says whether the attack hits or misses. That's cool. Should I be playing more clerics?
Yes.
clerics are
Cool thing
fucking
is
rad.
Very cool.
Clerics are weirdly amazing.
I have an idea. Oh,
I
sorry.
have. Ooh.
I have an idea, but it's going to require another person. So in my inventory, I have a barrel.
Hmm?
Bear with me. I don't know if this is an open top barrel, but what if we hit the button and then immediately put the barrel over the button because maybe it sprays like out of the button and the barrel will contain it.
Ooh. This actually brings up the question I was going to ask, which is, do we know which direction the fireball came from when the fireball was cast
It was
via
centered
button?
on the button, so it just exploded 20 feet outward from the button.
Oh, weren't we 30 feet?
The room is 20 feet
Okay.
by 30 feet, so that's 15 feet on either side.
Okay. I don't know how math works.
It's
you have
okay,
To
no
understand.
one
Didn't realize this was a
D&D
math
does.
class.
Except for maybe Jez. I have
It was
a feeling
perched
you know a
up
thing or
in
two
the
about
top
math.
corner, so from the
Just a couple.
hypotenuse to the top corner of the room.
I owe my public university $50,000 because I have a master's in math. I would hope I could, but I can't.
Trevor's child went to theater school and that doesn't do math.
True.
The barrel idea is sounding less and less dumb every second.
Alternatively,
I'm
I'm
open
down
to
to
other
try.
things.
alternatively, it explodes and hits us all with shrapnel.
Uh,
And I will die.
Get out of here with your facts.
true.
Hear me out.
Before I
Who
do
has the
anything
highest
else,
HP?
I think I do. No, I definitely don't. Never
I have
mind.
19 HP, so.
I have 35.
Do I see Trevor's like noticeably hurt.
Yeah, I was gonna do a thing.
I'm gonna go over to Trevor and kind of like nudge. If like Simp is going over to Trevor, I'll like step in between like before Simp can get there and kind of like grab Trevor's shoulder and be like, "I got you," and I will cast Cure Wounds.
Are you just
on
letting that
Trevor.
happen, Simp?
I am just letting it happen because I'm gonna do the other thing.
Okay, cool.
Both can happen at once.
Yeah, both can.
Has anyone listed it yet? No, so I get to choose. I am going to present my holy symbol of the Great Amelia.
Yeah. What does your holy symbol look like? What do you think my holy symbol is? I don't really know.
I think my holy symbol is a stone tablet, and etched into it is Amelia Sum's TikTok page.
Phenomenal. Can you? Okay, that you can go ahead and add to your inventory. That's what your holy symbol looks like. A stone version of my TikTok page.
It's like a tablet. Yeah. 13 hit points for Trevor, and I did cast it twice to get that many because the first roll was bad.
Oh, I'm in the double-digit numbers now.
Yeah, it's not that much.
It's an eye stone. I love that, TX.
I owe you my life. I do not know where my accent went very briefly. It was gone. I forgot what you sound like because I am doing your
That is
voice.
okay. I sound great, and you also sound great, Trevor. I like this accent a lot better than your other one that you had very briefly when I woke up.
Yes,
This one is much better.
I agree. I like to mimic cool people, and you are very cool.
You are also quite cool, I think.
Well, I present my
mean-
holy symbol in front of your character. And I use the channel divinity preserving life, and I give you back 15 hit points.
Ooh.
Because it is 5 times your cleric level.
Oh my god. I'm almost at full health again. Y'all are amazing. I still
Oh, thank
Cool
you for
Sam
the
watches
raid,
this happen.
Diana. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the raid, Diana!
Now,
Yo!
Diana, you need to leave. Don't watch it. Don't spoil it for yourself, Diana. Everyone who Diana brought can stay, but Diana can't watch.
we love you, Diana.
He's gonna be here in a
So you
couple
get to
weeks.
go.
Hi,
We're sending so
Raiders.
much love. Okay. So you guys are healed up. You are in the room. What are we doing?
Did that heal all of us? Or
No. I'm
just
just saying everyone who casts
whoever?
healings.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it. Yeah.
I am willing to be the person who does the barrel maneuver, but I feel like it would be an easier check if there was somebody assisting me with said barrel. But I do have a bracelet of evasion, so I feel like at worst maybe that could help me a little bit. But I do have 19 hit points,
I have
which is
majority
still
of health.
decent. It's
Cool
decent,
Sam
but
will
like
help you.
Okay, so let's go with
Wait,
Hans.
wait.
I cast mage armor. I'm just casting mage armor on myself.
I'm accepting my fate, but I do have the first level spell Creator Destroy Water.
Okay.
We put water in the barrel.
Okay.
oh, to catch it. Smart.
God, you're so
Cool.
smart.
Okay, so
Big
you're putting
brain.
water in the barrel. You're putting the
Five
barrel
head.
over the fireball button.
Oh, I was thinking putting it over the brick.
Over the brick.
Oh, I thought never. I'm sorry.
The fireball is centered on the fireball button, not on the brick.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
My bad.
Oh, are we pushing the fireball button again? I thought we were pushing the different button. Now.
Oh wait, are you pushing the brick? I have no idea what's going on.
I thought we were pushing the brick.
Oh,
I thought we
Yeah,
were pushing
let's
the
push the
fireball
other
button.
button.
Push the brick with the barrel.
Oh, okay.
Why would we push the fireball button
I
again?
don't know why you would push the fireball button again. I don't know why you would make any of the decisions you've made. Okay.
Oh, man.
Okay.
I
so
assumed
you're
we were pushing the fireball button because we were
Okay.
going with that 4 charges theory, which is why I was going to put water in the barrel.
So you're putting the you're putting the thing over the brick, and you are the barrel over the brick and pressing the brick.
The button.
The brick is the button. Yes. The brick button.
Specifically because of one of the voices I heard in my head says, do not press the red button. The brick releases poison, but you have to press it.
Okay.
That's what a voice
have
told
to
me.
press it.
What if you hold the barrel and then I just jump up and slam the button, and then because I'm so small, right?
on,
You'll just have to
button?
like shove the
Button
barrel.
or brick?
Or not the brick. The brick. The brick.
The
brick.
The brick is the button.
brick.
There's 2 buttons. This is a
There's 2
button-heavy
buttons.
dungeon. This is a very button-heavy dungeon. You gotta let go of the fact I will say fireball button when we mean the fireball button.
So if you just like hold it over the brick, I like slam my hand on the brick and you just like shove the barrel on it because I'm so small.
Yes.
It's just as easy as like jump up, press down.
Exactly. We're on the same wavelength.
Okay. I feel like you guys should roll something for this to see how fast you get it. Maybe a dexterity check from Trevor's child.
18.
Yeah, that's good enough. You press the button, you get the barrel on there. The button is on the east wall.
Okay.
From the west wall, which is where you
damn it.
stabbed. Off at the corners, top corner of the west wall, gas starts coming out. What do you guys do? There are 2 spigots of gas.
I'm going to take one for the team. I've since read that part of my personality is I'm impulsive. I'm going to very quickly rip off like shreds of like pieces of my clothes. So I have 2 pieces.
Sure.
I am going to, you said you had water that you put in the barrel.
I hadn't done it yet, but I can.
Let's get the cloths wet and then put them over the things that are releasing poison.
Even better than that, I have a crossbow with bolts. We shoot it at we do the same thing, but we shoot the bow at the pipes, so we're not anywhere near the gas.
Good work.
That's
Very
fun.
involved, but
If
Cool
you roll
Sam
high
steps
enough,
back.
anything's possible.
Cool Sam steps back and sings the command word, which is just Fergalicious Death, and is gonna equip the glamour armor.
What does it look
Which
like?
does it look like?
No.
I think it.
Yeah, glamour armor, literally, its whole thing is it just looks like whatever you want it to look like.
Yeah, no, I was like,
Okay, yeah,
what does it
What
look
does
like?
the glamour armor look like?
Wow, that's not a lot of bonus to AC. I didn't read what it did.
It's already
Whatever,
giving
that's
you the
fine.
bonus to AC. It's just works functions like armor. Saying the command word just makes it look pretty.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's what's most important. I
Right.
think it is. Well, okay, so the normal appearance of Cool Sam is acid wash jorts, a frog hat, and nothing else,
Mm-hmm.
or a pink sequined ABBA suit. So I think the glamour armor is at this point the pink sequined ABBA suit.
Love that.
So
for
like
you.
full give me a man
Bell
after midnight.
bottoms, the
Yeah.
sleeves. Yeah, amazing. The studs.
I'm channeling Eurovision, I'm channeling Sunny and
It's-
also Cher,
It's
the whole
giving.
deal.
It's giving. Yeah. So while you are fixing your outfit, I think are we shooting crossbow bolts at something? What's going on there? The poison is seeping in the room, so you do have to make a decision kind of quickly.
Once I hold my breath, I start to hold my breath.
Yeah. Cool.
We're planning on covering the pipes. I was suggesting using crossbow bolts to launch the wetted fabric that we were launching into the pipes anyways.
You can do that. Yeah. You just gotta give me some attacks for the pipes.
I'm simply going to drink from my flask.
Oh, you're muted, Jess.
While he's doing that, like actually shooting it, I'm gonna rip off another piece of my clothing and just slowly undress, and just make myself my own little my own little personal mask.
Hell yeah.
That's a dirty 20
That'll hit.
and 11.
The dirty 20 hits, you're able to sort of lodge it and bend the pipe a little bit. So that one is, and there, note, the pressure will build eventually, so you bought yourself some time. The 11, it doesn't quite, you hit it, but it doesn't quite stop it up. But now the gas is coming out half as fast. Do you guys wish to do anything else?
I think these voices are trying to get us killed.
I think so
little.
too.
My voice did say that we had to press that button though, so I'm just going on blind faith.
Well, mine also said to press the middle button, and clearly that didn't work out so well, you know.
One of these voices is just simply like, you should put your healing potion in a coffee cup, coat self in oil, then push the red button. I think that's a pretty good plan, if not very dramatic, so I'm going to do that. And I'm just going to coat myself in oil and then jump on the button and slam down on it. And then chug a healing potion immediately after.
Wow. So
The fireball button?
Yep.
Okay. So, I will need dex saving throws
Can
from
I
everyone.
hide inside my barrel?
Yeah! I still need you to make a dex save. I don't know if hiding in the barrel help. I guess it will help maybe reduce it. Maybe just everyone make a dex save.
Wooden.
Now I'm gonna chug my potion of fire resistance.
Okay.
I don't have to make a dex save for Sammy.
You don't. You chug your potion of fire resistance.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. What did everyone else get?
How many dex saves are we
Just
rolling?
one. Just one.
Just one.
Oh, there's water in the barrel. Okay, you know what?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your dex save, but I will give you resistance to the damage. So regular save, but like the damage, because you're in a water barrel. That's good.
Okay. 21.
21.
Okay. I rolled a dirty 20.
Okay, and last but not least, Cool Sam.
13.
13. Okay, everyone but Cool Sam succeeds. I X'd out of the page.
Wow.
I didn't think I'd have to roll these dice again.
Maybe Sam's not as cool as he thought he was.
I still take half because I'm resistant to fire.
Yeah, so the total is 26. So you take 13 halved to 6. Cool Sam. Let's see. Regular
Wait.
Sam.
If I failed the save,
Oh no, you take
I
13.
would be full.
You take 13.
So 13. Yeah.
Everyone
takes 13.
who succeeded takes 13.
Except for me, I take 6.
You take 6 because you're resistant to fire damage, and you also take 6, Sam, because you are in water right now.
Thanks for that water. It really came in
I
handy.
will say, because you're covered in oil, Trevor's child, you're vulnerable to fire damage, and you are on fire right now. So you're gonna take the full damage, even though you succeeded, because you are covered in oil.
Trevor, no!
I'm so glad we healed you earlier.
I drink my greater healing potion.
Yeah, that's cool. That's 44 plus 4.
Stop, drop, and roll. I know I am made of fire, but I know fire safety. Stop, drop, and roll right now.
9,
It's French.
and 11. What's up? 15. I get 15 health back.
Amazing.
I guess I will stop the roll now. It's just worth a shot.
Was it? The poison is now still seeping into the room. I will give you all one more round of things to do before you will start taking poison damage.
We just start beating the shit out
So
of
it's
the
been one round.
Yeah, sure.
I press the brick again.
Nothing happens.
Damn it.
I pulled the brick out.
You go ahead and give me a strength check.
You know it's technically still summoned? The spiritual weapon.
How are you gonna pull with the spiritual weapon?
No. I just wanted to lob the brick off then.
Oh, like just
I
hit it?
I thought you established your spiritual weapon was nail clippers.
You're just gonna whack it with the nail clippers? Okay, go ahead and give me an attack. Give me a nail clipper attack.
They're
that's
fancy nail
16.
clippers that have the file that like you can swing out.
Yes.
And you just
Yes. And it's a 16.
Yeah, I mean it hits the button. It doesn't do any noticeable roll damage, but it's not gonna hit the a spiritual weapon is 1d8 plus whatever. It's not gonna hit the threshold to do actual damage to this. But you can roll it if it makes you feel better.
Okay, with that not working, I am gonna try and pull it. Oh, no. I feel like I should focus my efforts on the poison.
What if we all stand in each corner of room? Maybe pressure plate cannot be seen and is only activated by standing. And I'm gonna go stand in the corner by the poison. I don't.
Go ahead and give me a perception check as you go stand in the corner by the poison.
That is. I have eyes and I can see. Where is it? 12 plus 0. 12.
Okay. Yeah, you're standing in the corner.
That's me in the corner.
I'm gonna try and do the crossbow thing to the other pipe.
Sure.
Somebody stand in the corner.
And that is a 23.
That will hit the pipe. Yeah, you don't necessarily need to do damage. Okay, so you bought yourself another... I'll say you bought yourself another round before the first one kind of hits with pressure. This seems like a temporary solution. You have bought yourself time, but what are we doing for the rest of this round? I think Cool Sam and Sam still haven't done anything.
Go stand in the corner.
I will stand in another corner to appease Trevor.
Are you standing in the corner on this... What is it? The west wall? Where the poison is coming out, or over on the east wall?
I'll ask Trevor. Does it matter which corner? Which corner?
One person has to be in each corner. I think I do not. The voices are not specific. You know?
Okay, I go over to the southeast corner.
Okay. And Sam.
I have a note that says if I have a candle, I should try to light it. So I'm gonna light the candle in my inventory.
The candle is lit. Do you want to do anything else?
Can we just go? Can we try this corner thing for a second?
I'm gonna go with the corner. But I'm gonna
I
go
do
in the
try the
corner
corner thing.
with my candle.
Sam, while you are in the corner, go ahead and give me a perception check. I'm gonna say you're next to Trevor because I get to choose what happens here.
16.
Okay. As you're kind of looking around, you're very tall. You kind of look up and you notice next to the gas spout there is a little button.
I run over and press it.
Oh, you're right underneath it. You can just reach
Oh.
it. Yeah. You press it and it seems like the gas, the pressure that was building up has dissipated. And that that one is now turned off.
Okay, then I will
The
tell
voice
Cool
wasn't
Sam. Oh wait, no. Who is the other one by the pipe? I'm gonna tell the other person to
Trevor.
see if there's a button over there.
Yeah, Trevor, now that you're looking straight up, you can see the button.
I can't. It's too tall. I am not that tall. I
I also
lob
look
a
up.
dart at it.
Yeah,
Just
go ahead and
to
make
try
an
and
attack
press
roll.
it. Uh, that's a 18 plus something.
Yeah, that'll hit. You hit the button, and as soon as you do, and the gas stops, you notice that the fact that you're all standing in one corner of the room, these pressure plates rise up and immediately depress under your weight. And where the same goal with the poison gas, you hear the sliding of stone as the several foot thick wall begins to slowly open. And that is where we're going to take a quick 5-minute break.
Wow. Took us a
1
whole
hour,
hour to
one
get out
room.
of this room.
We will be back in 5
Sheesh.
minutes. Don't go anywhere because if you thought this first half things were happening, things are about to happen more. So, yes. See you in 5.
Oh, God.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We are back from break, and we have a familiar face to some of you who have been watching for a while. And if you're wondering why there's only one, sometimes people have scheduling difficulties. So let's get back into the game. You hear the scrape of stone on stone as this doorway manifests in what was once a wall.
Oh, just really quickly, because a voice in my head told me to do this, I am going to pull my shirt up over my eyes and tell everybody to do the same as the door is opening.
Does everyone do that?
I just turn around instead.
Okay.
Just
Okay. What is Cool
close
Sam
my eyes,
doing?
actually.
Stella?
Cool Sam is gonna turn and walk through the door. It's a doorway now. I'm walking through the door.
Cool. Okay.
I'm walking out.
Right after the door opens, you hear something that sounds like a receipt printer, and it's like in the wall, and a little receipt comes out right next to the door. Do you wanna grab it?
Sure.
Yeah, it's like a tiny little scroll, the receipt size scroll. You take it.
I read it and try not to burn it with my.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to burn with your fingers, but you don't see anything on there. It doesn't seem to say anything to you. It's like a weird gibberish language that you cannot understand.
This is like when you go to CVS and they print out super receipts.
Mm-hmm. But you have that, and since you are the only one who is looking toward the door, you see a gold dragon, a young gold dragon, just kind of saying they're looking kind of bored at this point. You also see unconscious on the ground. God, I don't even know what we're at this point. You see a version of yourself. You see, I think there's two Cool Sams, right? One regular Sam and I think maybe two Cool Sams, one Trevor, one regular Sam, no Simps.
No Sims.
No Sims. No Sims allowed.
Yeah. Yeah, the TLC song.
Yeah.
I don't
want no Sims. Okay, wait. Two Cool Sams.
Mm-hmm.
One Sam.
Mm-hmm.
And then no Simps, no Trevors.
Yeah.
Were there Trevors? One Trevor.
One Trevor.
One Trevor.
And two Sammys?
Two Sammys.
The dog.
Yeah, there's two dogs.
There's just two dogs.
There's two Sammys.
And just put an asterisk mark next to one, because one has 9 hit points.
Yeah. The Sims, canonically, the Sims died. Uncanonically,
They evaporated or something.
Yeah, they just can't make Tuesday. They have other shit to do, so they're gone. Like the meta. If you want me to break the illusion, but they all seem to be unconscious, like they're sleeping or something. I don't know.
Oh, it's just some freaky time travel shit. You just you're not supposed to see your past self.
One Sammy does know his owner doesn't love him.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
So me?
So I go over and check if the dogs are dead or unconscious.
The dogs are actually, like, as you go over, they kind of wake up and they seem pretty playful.
Honestly,
I cast.
Where is it? Where's the thing? The ranger thing. I can cast Speak with Animals.
Sure.
For free.
Yeah, I believe it.
I read it somewhere on this character sheet. Can I just say
it's an Eldritch Evocation. You got it.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
It is bonkers that you use a spreadsheet to do this.
Wonkers.
It's part of the fun.
Yeah. I cast Speak with Animals, and I say, "What the dogs? Hello, what the fuck is going on here?"
Is Cool Sam barking?
Cool Sam is barking. I don't remember. I don't think anyone has talked to the Sammys before. We get to come up with voices.
I didn't even think about that being a possibility.
No, me neither.
I got 2 ranger levels. I'm gonna use them.
Yeah, no, you absolutely should. You just now got the last ranger level just before
Yeah.
this game, them.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So yeah, one Sammy says, "Oh, hello," and the other Sammy asterisk says, "Hi."
Oh my god, you're so cute. What is
Jason from the
beautiful?
Good Place? Wait, that's so much better. I don't know if I get it.
You both are such beautiful creatures. What is going on here? Where are we? Why is me there and also alive here?
I'm gonna do my best at Jason Mendoza. I apologize in advance. I don't really know, dog. I guess I'm the dog, but
I love
we were
that
just
all
walking.
beings are done.
We were just sleeping, and then we woke up in there, and then
Yes.
there was some gas, and then there wasn't gas, and then the door opened. So we walked through, and sometimes more people walk through, and we're just here. We're just enjoying it. And then Sammy Astra says, "Yeah, we have a really good time. Although I did find out that my owner kind of hates me and would be willing to kill me, and honestly, it's been kind of rough since that, but, you know, something, Blake Bortles!" I don't know.
I'm so sad I can't hear this.
You can hear it. Oh, yeah, it's just, never mind, it's just barking. Yeah.
It is just barking.
You hear something.
Sam, with his eyes still covered, is just like, "What's going on, guys? I don't quite understand. But when I woke up, the voice in my head told me that we should all walk into this room blindfolded."
Whoops.
Coolest Sam, you are awake. You're still lying down, but you have woken up.
Yeah, that was a lie. You didn't need to cover your faces coming in here. I sound like Christoph Waltz.
But the voices also told me that you're all doppelgangers trying to kill us, and that we should attack you immediately.
That is true, but I will be honest. They're asleep.
It is true.
Yes,
okay,
of course.
We attack immediately. I run over and I stab.
Okay. Yeah. So go ahead and roll your attack. Are you stabbing Coolest Sam? Is that what's happening? Okay.
Yeah, I'm stabbing Coolest Sam.
Does Coolest Sam look like Cool Sam?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what's cool.
Just
What is
making
Coolest Sam
sure.
wearing?
Yeah, so same exact stuff except for my bedazzled cape says "now coolest" on the back of it. So like, you know how you have those like blankets that you move like up and down and let the little beads change.
Sequence
So it's that, and it just says "coolest" on it. And it's that, but now it's probably gonna be covered in blood. Who knows?
Yeah. What's your attack?
I don't. What is Coolest Sam's AC? Because I rolled a 17.
Oh, that will hit.
Okay.
I have been told that the Kobold way is live fast, die young. So as soon as I hear we're attacking, I am going to send a spiritual weapon attack at school.
After this first attack, we'll
Nail
go into
clippers?
initiative order.
Oh man.
Just the nail clippers.
I'm going to go sit on the
That
table
is
and
6
watch
piercing
the show.
damage.
Okay. Now I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative after you take that damage, so we can have some order. Oh, I didn't.
Order in this D&D game.
D&D Beyond said, "Hey, you want the lowest initiative in the world? We got you."
Okay, everyone roll initiative. I'm gonna start 25 to 20. Trevor, cool. What was your
22.
number, Trevor? 22? Okay. 20 to 15. Moss.
17.
17 and 16?
16.
Okay. 17 for Sim and 16 for Sam. 15 to 10.
9.
That's not 15 to 10. But I will take it.
It's not.
It's
We're
not,
counting
but I don't think
backwards.
anyone got 15 to 10. Deckles, where's Coolest Sam
There's
at?
only 2 of us left.
A solid 4.
4.
Just living. Well, not for
It's
long.
fitting.
But,
If we're doppelgangers, we roll low initiative.
honestly.
I do want to say that also the first time there was the doppelgangers decided to fight, everyone got initiative right like it was
It
one
was
Sam next
scary.
to the other Sam, one Trevor next to the other Trevor, one Simp next to the other Simp, and coolest.
So if anything, I'm on script, so we're doing
so
it
you guys are
right.
doing good. Okay, so starting with Trevor, what are you doing?
Are all the doppelgangers awake?
No,
Or
the
are
other
they
ones
awake?
are just still sleeping.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go pet the dogs.
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna. I'm just gonna go pet the dogs. Actually.
Cool Sam is cool with that. That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
go ahead and roll
Yeah,
animal
somebody's got their
handling.
priorities straight.
That's a 16 plus a 0, so just a 16.
Oh yeah, no.
That's a good pet.
Both of the Sammies seem very excited. They respond positively to your pets, and one of them even turns over so you can rub his belly.
Is my speak with animals still up? Are they saying anything?
Yeah, they're just like, oh yeah, that's that. I don't know what I haven't seen a good place in so long. They're very excited. They're just a lot of good, happy noises. Okay, that's your turn. Simp, what are you doing?
So I know what I said. However, I did realize I could just cast Guiding Bolt at 7 level.
I was gonna say you could change your mind, let me live, but that's cool too. I mean,
yeah, go ahead and do whatever that needs to be done. I think rolling an attack roll.
Yes. That's a 15.
Yep, that'll do it.
Oh my
For
God,
sure.
Real dog.
Real
Are
dog.
we bringing dogs on camera?
Yes.
Can we?
Please.
I wish you would.
Okay, so that's 5.
Two
First Guiding
Sammy.
Bolt, that is 5d6.
5D. Cool.
That's so
All right.
Alright, be coolest, Sam. I'm just gonna keep petting this dog.
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, you're gonna
That
die.
is 7, 13, 20, 21
Ooh,
radiant damage.
could I use Uncanny Dodge to like half that? Is that a thing I can do? Yeah, I got that. That's a rogue thing. Let me.
Yeah, it's a
I'm
rogue
gonna.
thing. You get that.
That
for
hurts.
now.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to take 10 or 11?
Round down, so 10.
Okay.
Always round down.
You never know. I'm technically the bad guy to them, but to me, I'm just living my life.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Like, I feel
Not for
bad.
long.
You admitted that you're gonna try to kill us.
I said
well,
butt.
You didn't let him get off with the butt, so you don't really know what was following up with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, there's no. buts
They're
in
holding
this.
me against my will.
Is that your turn, Simp?
I don't believe I can do Spiritual Weapon as a bonus action, so
Correct.
yes.
Yeah. Well, your spiritual weapon's already up, but you can also only move it 20 feet forward, and it's at the other end of the rope. So you can use your bonus action to move your spiritual weapon up, kind of
Boop it up a
level with
little
the
bit.
fireball button, or just past it.
We'll do that.
Okay, it's slightly
Just-
closer. Sam, you're up. Cool Sam, you're on deck.
Wait, wasn't the last thing I used my Spiritual Weapon for to attempt to lob at the button?
The button is on the opposite wall of the door.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Sam and then Cool Sam. You are muted, Sam.
Sam doesn't know how Discord works.
No one
Sam,
does, it's fine.
Sam is just gonna go again, stab again.
Go for it.
Is anyone?
Cool Sam
here?
was in the middle of a sentence.
I don't think so. No, because Guiding Bolt is from a distance, and Trevor is just petting dogs.
Okay.
Doesn't Guiding Bolt give like advantage or something, right?
Yeah. you
Yes,
have
it does.
advantage. Oh, so that would give you sneak attack because you have advantage on the roll.
Oh
You're
yeah.
welcome.
Thank you.
I'm gonna
Cool.
play D&D. I want to die quick.
Getting it out.
You want to
Getting
be
it out.
freed from this prison.
It's been a rough week of scheduling.
Math. I got a 16 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yep. I'm just gonna let you guys 13. Just anything above a 13. You got it.
Got it.
Okay. And then 5 piercing damage.
Was
I don't know how to play rogue.
that
How
with
many times
the-
can I stab you?
Plus sneak attack.
that with sneak attack stuff too?
Oh yeah, did you roll?
Oh, it's not even.
What is
Nope.
that? 3d6 by now? What level rogue
Yep.
are you?
Oh,
3d6, yeah.
oh, and I remind you guys about the sneak attack with so much. So it's 5 plus whatever is gonna be on top of this.
Oh god, math. That
That's your
brings
whole
it up.
thing.
I know. Shut up. 17.
That's total or on top of the 5?
17 total.
Okay, cool. Boop, boop.
Okay.
Oh man.
Cool Sam, you are up.
Food.
How's Coolest Sam looking right now?
That ouch. That's not good. Not feeling good. I'll talk more when I can move on my turn. Maybe, I don't know.
Do I see the cape that says coolest?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do like a flourishing, like when I get hit, and you'll see it.
Like a really dramatic.
Yeah. Over dramatic. When the first
Um,
stab hit me, I was like and do like a full 360. And then the other stab stops me. I'm like, okay, please stop.
And no one's in melee, which is probably.
Wait, isn't?
I'm in melee range.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sam's in melee.
Sam's in melee.
Oh.
Sam just stabbed.
Just stab.
Oh, you like?
Multiple times.
Oh, did you use your bonus action to stab?
I didn't. I forgot to stab a second time.
Feel free, go for it if you want to.
I wish
Yeah.
you would stab a second
Do
time.
it.
Yeah, please stab.
I don't want to.
Let's go again.
Yeah.
Please,
Go again.
please.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. You just don't get sneak attack on it, please.
That's a 23 to hit.
I mean, I feel like that one maybe misses. Just
Yeah.
if it could
How
miss, that'd be
numbers
cool.
I was
love
more worried
murder.
about the show than I was about actually hitting the target.
Okay.
Okay, hang on. Math. Okay.
I think Coolest Sam
You
thinks that
don't
one misses,
get
but it was just a
attack
clean
on this
cut.
one.
Oh yeah.
You
Okay,
get
I haven't
one
played a
per
rogue in
turn.
so
So
long.
just
Yeah.
the regular dagger damage.
6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, this-
now, Cool
This
Sam.
fire's getting dim.
I don't have a ranged weapon at all.
Oh, did the room get dark? Or is it just me?
I only have a war pick. I guess so.
You are bleeding profusely all over your fancy cape.
Yes. Can you
I
move the
pat my
dogs? I don't want them to get blood on
Yes,
them.
come this way, little
I
puppies. We're just going to go
Notice
this way.
the cape that says coolest
Mhm.
and my very aptly fire kind of piece of hair kind of bristles and gets bigger. Cool Sam gets inexplicably angry at the recognition.
I know exactly what you're reading.
Is
Yeah.
Coolest Sam, and a voice rings in her head that says, "Kill Coolest Sam!" And I am going to flank with Sam
Sure.
and smack down with my war pick,
Yeah.
which is strength versus proficiency. So flanking gives me advantage, I think.
Yeah.
Are we
Don't
doing
forget
that? Are
sneak
using
attack.
this?
Yeah.
We
so-
don't have to. It's a shit rule. I want to abuse it though.
Yeah. I'm,
Abuse it.
Matt, are you okay with the flanking rule being abused? Do you feel okay as a player being flanked?
What?
Advantage
No,
for
flank
flanking?
away. Max damage. If you can get damage in a game, get damage. Don't
Yeah,
care
and
about it.
You will have sneak attack on this roll as well, and you have advantage when
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
Kill shot.
I
Good
just wanted
luck
that.
having you.
I appreciate that.
Okay, wait. Strength plus proficiency. This is plus 4.
Man, I wish I could have taken a pre-combat action and consumed an item that I have.
Ooh,
That would have been
interesting.
very cool.
That is.
I probably would have let you if
23?
you told me.
I didn't know how quick this was moving. I didn't say but. I
Yeah,
didn't get
you
to say
did.
but.
Yeah, I mean, you did,
23.
but they did not care.
I mean, I did, but I didn't get to
Yeah,
follow
it's
through.
too late.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Yep.
shit. This
All
doesn't
I heard
have,
was, yeah, that's true. So, okay.
As
Sorry,
JoJo
I don't
would
know
say,
what the
it's just
damage-
Too little, too late.
It's just too
You
little,
took
too
little,
late.
too long, and they can't wait.
Your Warhammer should
Thank
have
you.
the
And I can
default-
wait.
I feel like I set the tone and I should slightly apologize. Sam went in, but I followed through.
I just wanted to pet some dogs.
Anyway,
You'll have
And
this.
that you did. And that you did.
Oh, that's not great. That's only 11 damage.
Only 11. That's more than what I have right now. I'm down.
Cool.
Sweet, I
On
smashed
the
your head in.
Oh, you
Jeez.
use your bonus
Sorry.
action to smash the head in?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Full
too
save.
wait,
out
wait,
for blood.
wait. Does this guy have both hands?
Yes.
You hit the wrong one.
I look down at the hand that I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have, which I think is my left hand.
Yeah, this Cool Sam just.
You lost a hand?
Yeah, Cool Sam.
Oh,
just
jeez.
started with no hand. Yeah, you
What?
missing your left hand.
It wasn't my doing on purpose.
Okay, I didn't do
choose
that.
to do
I said the
this.
button thing. That was me. I don't know what they did.
Yeah, I just
I'll
got
fess up to
I just
that
got a
one.
message. Like, it's funny that it came to me on a message that just says you don't have an arm. I'm sorry about that, but like, whatever. Yeah. So I use my bonus action to take the left hand.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sorry.
go
I need this.
That was our modeling hand.
Give me an attack
This-
at
this
advantage.
one's
just to
mine.
Make sure you hit.
It's another 23.
Yeah, it's an auto crit because he's unconscious. So go ahead and roll damage.
Well, that's
Double
2
it.
failed saves. I'm done.
That's 2
I'm
failed
already down on the
saves.
ground. Yeah.
I know, but
so.
I'm
Only
seeing.
4.
Okay.
Oh, to see how much damage to. Yeah.
Yeah. So you
Cool Sam's got
stab.
strong bone.
Yeah, you stab through. You don't quite get the hand off in one go, but
Oh, could I finish my sentence, please? Before? No, okay.
2 failed death saves for Coolest Sam. Coolest Sam, it's your turn. Go ahead and roll me a death save.
This could be it.
This is
was nice to meet
incredibly quick. Honestly, thank you for inviting me for me to die. I appreciate it. Just to round it out, finish it out.
But now I feel like this is exactly like Whipjack's
100%.
round with hand like
100%.
You
100%.
kind of deserve this.
I just
Just you specifically, but who knows?
No, it's fine. I left a really good message that was effective. Let's see what I get. Death save. Where's the button to roll it? D20. Boop. Blop. That's a 9. I'm dead.
Yeah, so Coolest Sam is dead immediately. The title of Coolest
07's
Sam,
in
as is tradition, goes
Fades away off of the jacket.
Yeah, you can hang around in the stream though if you want to come and add commentary and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are just vibing. I'm just vibing.
Just
Now I'm dead.
vibing. Yeah, same rules for all the ghosts. You can just do whatever.
Mhm.
Are you guys?
Take the stuff on my body. I have a cool drugs on there and my hat. Take my hat.
I was going to loot the body.
Yeah,
Do it.
I want to loot the body too.
we'll go ahead.
I've heard something about drugs.
Yeah, we'll go
I
ahead and
look-
jump out of initiative order. Just tell them what you have on your body because I don't want to look it up. You guys can divide
okay.
it amongst yourselves.
Cool, Sam. Do you have your sheet up where you can see what you have?
Yes.
Where it's like, okay, you see the little like the hat. What's the name of the hat? I forget it.
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
turns into a
Please,
frog, but not one.
yes. Oh, does it fall off my head when I die and then hop away?
Yeah, it's just hopping around. Sure, that's funny.
Sick. Okay,
There's
cool,
just a
cool,
little
cool.
frog hopping around that used to be a bucket hat.
And then I have 2 of those plants that you have on your inventory. I forget what they're called.
Dream Lily?
The dream lilies.
Yes, the lilies. And then I have a. Yes, a war pick. I have my right arm in case you need that, and I think that's pretty much it. Other than that, just like starting equipment stuff. Nothing else was of interest. And you can't take my spell slots, so unfortunately, those are mine.
Drugs.
Drugs.
Yeah, it would have been cool if. I'm dead. It would have been cool if you ate it. If I would have eaten it before the combat, but.
Oh, is that the Dream Lily thing? Because I have that too.
Yeah,
I have one.
They're very dope.
Drugs?
I was going to take one of the dream lilies. That
Go for I only have 2 on me, so yeah, split them.
You can take one of those. Yeah, you could have grabbed one.
I thought I would have at least survived like one talk from the dragon.
You would have thought, yeah.
I wouldn't.
I got an
Yeah,
all
there's a
caps
whole
note that
dragon,
said
isn't
kill
there?
you.
Yeah.
I like to imagine that note was very frantic when I got it.
Wait, what does your note say?
Just kill Coolest Sam, all capital. I do want to take the cape that says coolest and I want to put it on and I look down at the body and I say, I am Coolest Sam. Was always Coolest Sam.
I only recently got this promotion. I was Cooler Sam. Coolest Sam was over there on the ground.
Yeah, Coolest Sam is still over there on the ground. Or
You killed the wrong
artist
person.
formerly known as Coolest Sam.
Yeah, this was. I just got a promotion. I didn't even know it. My cape changed. I didn't realize.
Well, now I am Coolest Sam. I skipped over.
Oh man.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are all out of initiative. There's a gold dragon who seems entirely bored, out of his mind, and there are unconscious bodies of your doppelgangers.
So the dragon's
Uh,
awake and just like
Just been
watching.
chilling the whole time.
Okay, wait, guys,
Right,
I do. Okay, I know I'm the DM, right? So I'm not
Mhm.
playing, but I
Mhm.
had a really fun
You
idea
are.
that I think you guys should do.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I think you guys should take the unconscious bodies and put them in the manacles. Or like put them in that other
Absolutely,
room.
yes.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah, I would
God.
say to do that. That'd be pretty cool.
Or like at least put
What
them in
kind
the
of
first room.
weird? Oh, I see.
Oh, I see.
Hmm.
Trevor.
Is there
just
a way to
might
close that other door behind us, or is it just open now?
It's open for now, yeah.
I want to put all the bodies in the room, but take the 2 dogs.
Yeah, yeah.
Live
the
fast,
Sammy-
die young.
Yeah, these are our dogs now.
No,
Yeah,
these
yeah.
are, yeah, we have
These are our
So-
dogs.
These
So
are
I
these
have-
are.
So Sam, you technically have the Sammies respond to Sam. So Sam, even though you lost your Sammy at the beginning of this stream, it can't replace your Sammy. But Sammy and Sammy Asterisk are enthused, especially Sammy Asterisk because of the whole thing that happened with their owner. Like, you have 2
Emotional.
Sammys. It's a lot.
I have 2 mastiffs. This
You
is
have 2
great.
Mastiffs. With
I'm only going up from here.
8 and 9 HP respectively.
Okay.
Yep.
So I remember another message in my voice when I woke up about the dragon. And I'm going to go over to the dragon while we're like
Oh my god.
playing with the bodies.
Trevor, I'm
Well-
posing them dramatically too, in like very like Shakespearean, like to be or not to be, and like I don't know, the decapitated hand that you took is in like one of the Trevor's hands. Like,
Yes.
Are you
I
gonna like try and
understand.
reattach that to yourself, or what? Like, what are we
I
thinking
don't
about?
know. I just wanted it back.
I
I love how
understand.
I took it.
I
I
lost it
understand
and
that
now
the
I want it back.
the anachronism this causes, but I need you to let Simp have a Sharpie, like a big Sharpie marker,
Yeah. Wait,
because I want
we'll-
to draw Sharpie things on the faces of the party
Okay.
that we put
I
in
have
there.
chalk.
That is all.
I have chalk and soap, and you can
here's
like
what
mash
we're gonna
them together.
do. You're gonna roll me a d20, and if you get
Uh-huh.
above a 10, you have a Sharpie.
That's good.
That's
good
a
on.
19.
You have you can pick whatever. You have one of
What
those
color
nice like
Sharpie?
chisel tip black Sharpie
Ooh.
for this thing.
Everyone has mustache and glasses now.
Okay.
And draw a dick on one of them. I draw a dick on the.
Yeah.
The cool Sams both have a goatee.
Yes, let's go.
Amazing.
One little fun thing I do want to add is I do put onto Trevor's forehead, Sam's in love with you, and I don't clarify beyond that.
Wow.
It's like
Wow.
there's 2 Sams. This is
Wait,
But it's on Trevor's forehead, so he's not gonna see it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Can I turn to the dragon who has just been watching,
Uh-huh.
and I just say, "So
I'm gonna say you guys piled them right next to the podium in the middle is where they are.
oh
Just
dramatic.
mage hand smack the button one more time just to get rid of them.
This would be you can get rid of them or
hard reset."
you can just
Honestly,
chaos
make it
reset.
confusing. Make it
We're just gonna
confusing.
leave 'em. We're just gonna leave them, right? We're not gonna.
Yeah,
We're
No.
just gonna let them vibe.
We're just gonna let them
just
be.
leave them. They're gonna be. Oh, this is great. This is great.
They are genuinely like
wait,
posed
wait, wait.
dramatically like reaching towards the button as if it would save their lives, but they're
Yeah.
all
You know how it's
dead.
4 sets of manacles, and we
Yeah.
have 8 people, 6 people, because there are no simps. Which, by the way, Simp has not processed yet. Simp is ignoring that.
Yeah.
I'll unpack it later.
And I'm just saying that we put one arm of each of them in the manacle and cross them over. We just caused them a bunch of problems.
Fair enough.
There aren't two.
Would
yeah,
you,
there
like,
aren't two
twister
copies
into
of
them?
player. I will say for clarity's sake, We may just not put them in the manacles yet because some of the manacles are broken.
Mm,
Oh, yeah, I fully broke.
yeah, I did break mine. I did
I do
fully
have a
just.
set of manacles just in my inventory, though.
I mean, you can
Why?
you can manacle 2 of them together if you want.
Did you just
or
ask me
something.
why I have something on this character sheet?
Do we manacle Cool Sam and Trevor together?
Oh, I think I have manacles too. If there's on my body somewhere.
Yeah,
We are causing too many
I
problems.
think there's
Ooh,
3
okay,
people
what
left,
the
if
fuck?
I am not mistaken. I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 Cool Sams, 1 Sam, 1 Trevor.
No, Cool Sam is dead.
Yeah, I'm dead. There's Cool Sam, Sam, and Traver.
Traver?
Oh, untrue Traver.
I can't keep it by the name. I just know which players are still coming next week.
Cool
and
Sam
that's
is now
only my
from
Okay.
Minnesota.
Then-
Oh, hello, Traver.
I
Yes.
know who they play.
We should manacle Cool Sam and Trevor together. That's all I'm saying.
I am all for it.
Okay.
I turn to the dragon.
Yeah,
I say,
yes, you
Cool
do.
Sam would like to know what's going on. Why are we here?
Oh, hold on. I have to make sure I have these notes first when we start next. Guys, next week is already going to be weird. And now it is just added. There's going to be so many people. Okay. It's great. I love this. Thank you. Yeah, so the dragon looks to you and says, yeah, I'm going to be honest. I don't really know. There's a
Oh, can I listen to this for a minute?
new versions of you all come up here and you die. Sometimes you kill each other, sometimes you don't. I think you have to kill me to get through the door. At least that's what happened to my cousin. Yeah.
You could. So
There's
we
a
have.
really fun button in the other room. You should go press it. It's very entertaining.
I already know that the button is Fireball, and I am a gold dragon, so I'm.
No,
You'll be
it's not
fine.
Fireball. It's not Fireball. It's really interesting because it says Fireball, but it's not. I think somebody put that message there. We did not get Fireball when we pressed it.
Okay.
Sam's
And we
trying
definitely
so
did
hard,
not press
but
3
I've
times.
talked to many of you before, so you're not going to trick me, and I am immune to fire damage, so it won't do anything to me.
So if you know we
can
have
we
to
just
kill
ask
you.
to get through the door?
Yeah, can you
Like,
just move?
Very
please?
simply. I
It's
have
not-
no problems with
okay.
Is the
you.
dragon drinking anything?
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah,
Crazy.
So now that you're saying, hey, can we get in through the door? You guys are looking around the room now that combat has died down. And there isn't a door on the other side of the wall. This is a circular room. Oh my god, I forgot to describe this room at all.
Yeah. Me dying was more important than the room.
Yeah, there was a lot going on in my defense.
Priorities,
there's a lot
people.
there.
Priorities.
This is a circular room
Perception check.
with a 30-foot radius. Your door is on one side. The dragon is sitting in the middle, right in front of the actually in the very actual center of the room. There is what I would describe as a mid-century modern coffee table with like a very nondescript white ceramic saucer. The dragon, as you can see right now, has within one of his hands, his little claws are holding a little coffee cup that he's kind of, set on the ground. He's not presently drinking. You've had time to go around this whole room. So you notice on the other side of the room, there seems to be something engraved in the wall in like this sort of, it's like engraved and painted, like inlaid with gold. And it looks like an image of what I would describe as one horse-sized chicken or several chicken-sized horses is what that description is. Also, just because a lot of things have happened, I do want to remind you, coolest Sam now, cool Sam, you're the only Sam right now, but that you do still have that piece of paper, the receipt.
The CVS receipt.
The CVS.
I sure do.
You sure do. Still doesn't make sense to you, but yeah. So those
That
are
was
Yeah.
it.
all the
Oh,
information.
can
But yeah,
I-
the dragon
It
does
was in
have
a language
coffee
you-
cup.
It's in a language you don't understand, right?
I can
It doesn't have anything on it. It
I
has,
have.
it has nothing
No,
on
it
it.
has weird gibberish. It has gibberish.
I have
JK,
comprehend
it's a weird
languages.
gibberish.
Oh, I
I
do as
can do
well.
comprehend languages.
That would
See if
be
I can
absolutely
understand it.
I
amazing.
hand it over.
Okay, I cast comprehend languages and see if I understand it.
Oddly enough, you can't.
Oh well, that was a waste. Okay, cool.
Well, what if we present it to the dragon, who I listened to talk for a minute, so now I can
Get out of jail
the
free
other one.
card. We give you this, we get out of here.
The dragon looks and says, "This looks like gibberish."
Whoa.
What the fuck, man?
And
How did you get in here?
You're a dragon and you can't even read any cool dead languages?
I mean, I can read other dead languages. This just looks like this just is weird gibberish. I don't.
Not this one though. That's interesting. Okay.
I don't know.
What opportunity do you have to prove yourself?
Well,
The
there are
past versions of
voices.
yourself were much nicer to me.
I was gonna say, yeah, this dragon's not resistant to burn damage.
There are a lot of voices in my head, and most of them are telling me to either kill myself or enact great violence against others. I'm not quite sure why.
The
But
voice
two
in my
books of
head said
whiskey.
you weren't a bro.
Were or
Some
were not the
whiskey.
bro?
I give the dragon my flask of whiskey.
Yeah, the dragon
Yes.
puts the coffee down and drinks some of the whiskey instead. As you
Can I grab the coffee cup?
You can grab the coffee cup.
Oh.
As you grab it, it was empty, but it fills back up with coffee. As the dragon puts it down.
Okay.
Endless coffee cup.
Socks the player got really excited.
Yeah, that's your whole thing.
Do I see the excitement? Because then I wouldn't want to drink it. I would want to hand it to somebody else who would be more enthusiastic.
This is out of character. I got really excited at the concept of a never-ending coffee cup. You just see the sparkle in Trevor's eye as the player is like, "Oh my god."
I'm not gonna lie, I don't see anything because I haven't seen your video this entire time. Just saying.
Damn.
It got really quiet.
So,
Yeah.
Dragon, what is your name, Dragon? Do you have a name, Mr. Dragon?
Yes, my name is Tiffany.
That is a great name.
Gorgeous.
Very nice to meet you. We are just a little stressed because we got hit with fireballs and also poison and then had to
Yeah.
kill.
That seems to be
Ourselves.
the recurring theme. Usually they kill the ewes before you get the jump on them, so. I've
So
been
we
here
are
a while.
better than.
Sure.
Hello.
Why do
So-
none of the voices in my head like you?
Why do none of them like me? I don't
All the
know.
voices in my head
So
say you
you're
aren't
just
cool.
very willing to give up information, and we got lots of messages up, and they were all kind of bullshit.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, I would guess that's because the messages come from different versions of yourself that go through here who all have different motives and are operating with different levels of information. So that's probably why.
That is
Interesting.
absolutely fascinating. How did you
So
get
is
in
this just
here?
where we live now? Is
They
there?
chose
anywhere?
something and I was summoned here. So now I'm here. It's conjured. So I was here.
Oh.
My cousin was here before me, apparently. They killed him, got through.
I don't want
Oh.
to kill you.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
No, you
but
seem nice.
I've been here a while. I'm not quite bored yet. You know, I'm a dragon. Live pretty long, so a few days in a dungeon. doesn't
You're a
bother me.
dragon. Do you think you could get through these walls? Points to the circular walls around us.
I don't know. I haven't tried. Let me look at the dragon stat block. I do have a question. You have, and I hate to harp on this. I really don't want to shoehorn this in there, but you do have a coffee cup. I'm just saying.
I know. Is there anything particularly special about it? Does it smell interesting?
It smells like coffee. It
Okay.
seems perfectly warm.
Of the Folgers variety, or like a nice blend?
This is a nice blend.
A nice blend. Okay. Then
Bullshit.
Sam is gonna take a little sip.
Okay, can Sam go ahead and roll me a d10?
Yeah, I knew something was gonna happen. Okay. Sam got a 6.
A 6. Ooh. I've been a while.
I don't like
since-
ooze.
No, it's a good ooh. I don't know if people have rolled a 6 yet. Jess.
Yes, Amelia.
Tough day ahead. Rogue Panache
Yes.
Brew via Inca Coffee can help you keep your wits about you. This delicious, delightful single origin features a mix of Typica and bourbon coffee beans from the Cusco region of Peru. The resulting flavor is reminiscent of coffee blossoms, oolong tea, and dates, making it wonderfully light and perfect for both hot or iced preparation. Try Rogue Panache with a simple breakfast of oatmeal or fruit, or serve it at the gaming table with bread, butter, and jam or honey. Like any good trickster, it knows how to blend in. Each 12-ounce bag features beautiful artwork from independent creators, and 2-ounce sample packs are available as well. Be ready to face your challenges head on. Brew a cup of Rogue Panache coffee today. That, and remember, from our friends at Found Familiar Coffee, use the promo code LARKNetwork to get 10% off your coffee order. That is promo code LARKNetwork in the chat to get yourself a nice hot cup or cold cup of Rogue Panache.
So are we getting any of that ad revenue cut?
That was a smooth insert.
I feel like you should take another sip. That was a good sip of coffee. You should maybe try more.
Yeah, let's get another ad. Let's take another sip.
Roll a d10.
I'm not gonna lie. I think we got, how many did we get in one episode? It was like 8.
I don't even remember. It was
It was a lot. Everyone just went around and had a sip.
I just had a sip.
7.
A 7. Okay. Oh my god. A 7.
Flip it upside down.
This is actually the one that I have. No, I don't. I have initiative, but this is
Initiative for what?
one of the coffee blends is called initiative.
Oh.
If you enjoy a brighter brew with fruit and floral flavors, consider Good Berry. This single origin coffee features beans from Ethiopia's Bensa and Sidama regions. A unique mix of Michiko, Setami, and heirloom coffee beans imparts tones reminiscent of berries, lavender, and sangria, making for a beautifully bold cup. Make Good Berry a part of your morning routine or your go-to brew for an afternoon gaming session. Our 12-ounce packages feature beautiful artwork from some of our favorite creatives, while Simple Pack lets you get a taste of Good Berry before you commit. Remember, that is promo code LARKNetwork at Found Familiar Coffee, brewed right in beautiful Kansas City, Missouri, and they also source all of their product ethically from all over the world.
Nice.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So Tiffany, we have to kill you. I don't really want.
I don't really
that.
want to kill you.
Is there anything preventing you from just moving? Is there like a door?
Oh yeah, you asked if Tiffany could break down the walls, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I did.
I pulled up the stat block and then forgot. I suppose I can try. I can try.
We can work together to both get out.
Which
You
wall
are also stuck in.
Yeah. Which wall should I? That one? He says, gesturing at the picture on the wall.
There's a picture.
Yeah.
Maybe we go.
Chicken-sized horse and the horse-sized chicken thing.
No. Do we have any info about a picture on a wall?
Yeah, no, that's the thing. The inscription on the wall of there's a chicken-sized horse and one horse-sized chicken and several chicken-sized horses is the inscription on the wall that he's.
Yeah. I'm asking my
your past selves.
party members if anybody knows about this picture.
Genuinely, not a single goddamn
is getting
thing.
the vibe that maybe we will have to fight one of the things if we break this thing.
I would like several chicken-sized horses. Honestly.
I agree. Easier to kick.
Easier to befriend.
Yeah.
Think about it this way: if you don't have to fight them, you have an army.
No horses, absolutely not.
But they're so small.
No, they are terrifying. There's so many of them, absolutely.
And you would rather have a giant duck? That's disgusting.
Yes! It would look magnificent to ride upon it into battle. Who
We
cares?
could have the
Horses
friends
are
of a giant
plastic.
chicken.
No.
We could have a giant chicken and a dragon as a friend. I see no downsides here. 2 dogs, a giant chicken, and a gold dragon? We could take over the world, y'all!
I would much rather do that as opposed to go with the horses because I do not like horses.
So, am I breaking down this wall? What's happening?
Yes, please, Tiffany.
Okay, that's first hit. Doesn't do much damage. Second hit, that's a lot. Are you guys doing anything to aid the breakdown of this wall?
I'm chipping away at it with my nail clippers.
You're
I'm
chipping away
gonna-
with your spiritual weapon nail clippers.
I'm gonna give somebody some inspiration and just be like, yeah, you got this. And I don't know.
Hell yeah.
I'm
Uh,
using chalk to scribble out the horses. I don't like horses.
Also, someone said to
enough.
check our flaws.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was for me.
that- I did that too.
That was for
And
the two
for-
of them, not everyone. They may or may not have some fears of certain animals.
I see.
Yeah. How long are you guys willing to spend at breaking down this wall? Like as long as you
as
guys
it-
are. Yeah,
We've got time.
you've got time. So you begin
I think it's a worthy venture.
pounding through this wall. It is about a foot of stone. So as you keep going at it using spells, are there any other spells you're using? Like, because your spiritual weapon, you can do that for a minute, but you might need more.
After the spiritual weapon's up, I go in with my tail spike.
Okay, nice. And the dragon is hitting it, clawing at it, breathing fire at it, things like that.
I'm lobbing fire bolts at it like pew, pew, like finger guns, like pew pew pew
Pew,
pew.
pew,
pew,
solid.
pew.
I also occasionally thaumaturgy some wind to get away the extra debris.
Yeah, love that. And cool, Sam and Sam, you guys doing anything else aside from your
I'll-
inspiration?
chip
I'll
away
help
at
with
it.
my.
Yeah.
I literally have a pickaxe. Like I'll help with
Yeah.
the pick.
It takes you a while. It takes you a while to work through it, but you have nothing better to do. So you are able at some point to get a roughly person-sized hole, probably only about 6 feet tall. But you do see into the other room. And there is what looks like, like at a farmer's market how they have those little like tables. Like there's like a little table with like a sign on it, and usually it's like under a tent. There's no tent here, but it's just a small rectangular room. And you kind of look in over to, I will say in this room, like to the south, on the opposite wall, the north wall, but on the west side, there is a large iron door, large metal door. But right in front of you, you see this little, it looks kind of like a shopkeeper's shop, and a warforged standing right behind it, arms crossed, looking at you all with, everyone make me an insight check. Matt, you can also make an insight check if you want with Cool as Sam's Ghost.
Let's
Dirty
go.
20.
2, dirty 20,
13.
Oh, that was almost a natural 20. 13.
13,
Natural 1.
natural 1. Okay, though Sam and Trevor, you don't notice anything. The rest of
I'm
you
petting the dogs again.
kind of pick up that, he looks like, it's kind of hard to tell. He's a warforged, not super expressive, but like, maybe like something a little off. With your dirty 20, you can feel the disdain just coming out of this guy, like at you all. And before you go, Tiffany sort of transforms into a human. And he walks through and says,
Hot.
"Hello, can I is there a way I can get out of here without dying?" And the
We can assume
warforged behind
he's
the
Is he hot?
Yeah, yeah, obviously.
Okay, cool.
He's got like dark brown skin. He's bald. His eyes are gold. He's like pretty muscular, and he's wearing these like pale yellow, like goldish, like draping robes.
We'll ceremony this man.
And he says, "Is there a way I can get out of here without dying? I sort of had things to do. Not super pressing, but I'd like to get on with it." And Pickle, the Warforged, who doesn't have a name yet, you don't know his name, says, "Yes, 1 moment," and presents him with this gold bracelet. He says, "All right, that's for me. You guys want me to stick around, or I can go?"
I think you should stick around. If you have the time, of course. Don't want to impede on your time or anything. You just seem very nice, that's all.
Well, I figured I'd be stuck in there for quite some time, so yeah, I'm good to stay. He just sort of kind of stands off. You guys have an unobstructed view of the Warforged now as he stands to the side.
Hello.
Hi, you don't like us, but like options.
He doesn't like us. What do we do?
We broke through his wall, I think.
Oh, well, I guess that is fair.
I don't care about the wall.
What? Do you
Oh.
not want us? Do you want us dead too? Cause like
Do
we
you want
we
me dead? Last time,
Oh.
you killed me.
Wait.
I
Do-
see. Oh,
Is your
Oh.
name
Why?
Pickle?
Why did we kill you before?
I am Pickle 4.
Pickle 4.
I am going to go stand all the way over here and make no sudden movements. I promise you, I don't want to do what a previous iteration of myself has done. I
Yes,
am
like-
much better.
I
What-
like friends.
For what reason did we have to?
I don't want to tell you.
Well, that's not very helpful, is it, Pickle?
No, I guess not.
I kind of want.
So, do we have to kill you to get out of this space? I look around the room. Is there anything else in the room other than the table?
Not really. He just like throws you a key and says, "Someone has to die."
Well,
Well-
that's kind of harsh. I look at the
Hi,
two
Mom.
dogs.
We already killed the dog. Does that count?
Absolutely not. No.
And then I just look at. I don't say anything. I just look. I'm like,
Dogs don't count. You absolute monster.
I wasn't
We
going to
can't-
kill a dog.
Was
Jesus
it on
We
purpose?
killed Coolest Sam. We
did
already
do
killed
that.
someone. He's
We
dead.
He did die. That is true.
Sorry, so Sammy Asterisk recognizes that look.
It was just a fleeting, terrible thought.
What is
I was
it with
never going to
Sam?
act on it. I was never going to act on it.
Yeah, you and Gus have that in common. Dog murderers, a lot of you.
I didn't kill the dog.
You didn't kill the dog, but you thought about TX. Does Stella qualify for the dog murder achievement if there is one? I don't know if there is
Is
one.
the dog
I feel like-
dead? No.
Fair. What did you guys ask?
We were asking about the fact that we already fully killed someone.
Right. No, that does not qualify. You
Well-
have to be holding the key.
And
Well, why do we have
die?
to kill someone?
I do not make the rules. It is how the key works.
Who makes the rules?
We could just kill the rule maker.
We
Two birds, one stone.
I do not know. Well,
Pickle, I think you are put in a position that you did not ask for. Maybe you come with us and you just give us keys.
Well,
Break
you
the
can have
rules.
the
Rule
key.
breaker.
You can have the key. The key is magically enchanted to work in that lock. And he looks over at the iron door with. You guys notice a very conspicuous keyhole.
So
Do we
someone
have
has
to-
to die to.
A
Or can
Permanently.
you open the door for us, please? Pickle, I do not want to kill you. You're very
You seem very
tough
nice.
and big
I do
and
not
strong.
want you to kill me, and I cannot open the door.
Well, what if the
Well,
dogs do
we
not
are in a
count-
pickle, aren't we, Pickle?
Here's the thing: if the dogs didn't count and killing coolest, who is not anti-coolest, Sam didn't count, would even killing Pickle count?
We have the key now. I think that was the thing.
Yeah.
Oh. Do we have to
Uh,
stay permanently dead, or can we die and then stabilize after? Because I
Alright.
don't.
This is
Do
this
not
is an important
know.
question.
What Pickle?
I
feel
have
Try
bad.
ways.
it. If
I
it
have-
doesn't work, you still get to go through the door.
Pickle, I apparently have killed you in a previous life, and for that I am ashamed and I apologize. I don't know why I would simply do that. What if you dropped me to 0 hit points? Would that be a little tit for tat?
I could do that.
I have ways
not-
to bring them back.
Please bring them back. Please bring. I would like Trevor to be back alive, please, for no protection.
Pickle, you may stab me as many times as necessary to drop me unconscious,
Yeah.
possibly dead. Who knows?
Pickles doesn't have weapons on them, but they do just punch you in the face so you fall to 0 hit points. They don't always go for the face. Just face, chest, chest. They distribute it, unless you say otherwise.
It's like a 90-10 distribute.
No, just go down. Oh. The face is the moneymaker. The face is just
Sure,
aim.
yes, and then starts pummeling you. What HP did it's their strength modifier. Pickles isn't entirely weak, but it does.
And I'm bad for just thinking maybe we kill one of the two dogs.
This is consensual.
This is
To
brutal.
punch me 22 times to draw me to 0.
Horrifying.
If he has,
but
it's three per thing. His strength is 3.
6, 9, 12, 15, 18,
21.
So like 8.
8, yeah.
8 times.
Yeah.
8 solid punches. Yeah, and you
Jesus.
drop to 0 as you are dead. The key glows. All right.
Then I
But the
want
key-
to run over, unlock the door, and then I have my tablet. I can bring you back up to 15.
Yeah. And,
That-
and now you're up. The door is unlocked. Do you guys just walk through the room, or do you take a little looky-loo first?
I ask Pickle to come with us. You've been put in an unadvantageous position, Pickle. Join us.
Pickle, you
Alright.
could leave this place and make a name for yourself. You don't have to stand here behind this.
Be your own bot.
I will go with you. And you guys look into this room, and so the rest of the dungeon, I didn't explicitly say it, but it has been sort of ambiently lit, like a video game where there's no light coming from anywhere, but you can see everything. This room, the light from here pours into it just a bit, but then it's very dark. You can see there's 15 feet. The floor continues for 15 feet, and then a few inches below where the top of the floor is just water down, I think roughly 45 feet in a like 15-foot wide channel. And so it's like a room with water in a rectangle. It is very dark. The water is slowly, there's not like waves, but it's just sort of like, you know how pools have those ambient ripples in them. Doing that back and forth. What are you guys doing?
I'll cast Produce Flame again and just kind of like light up my hands just to kind of make it a bit more.
Yeah.
I'll cast light.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Okay.
We can do both.
I guess.
I-
No, I'm
I-
kidding.
I
Yes.
have dark vision. I
Okay,
simply
let's
get to see.
Yeah.
We probably all have dark vision, honestly.
Yeah. What are you guys going into the room? Staying here? Okay.
I go into the room.
But slowly, we do not barge into the room. We
It's a great
No,
idea, Trevor.
I
follow
wanted
your
to toss a crossbow bolt into the water just to see what happens when something touches the water.
Yeah, you notice as you toss a crossbow bolt into the water, you see a fin kind of approach the surface and then go down. Like it give me a nature check.
Well, I'm weirdly good at those.
Sure.
That's a 19.
Yeah, it looks like there's a shark in the water. And also, you, as the shark just breached a little bit to get the tip, you notice something mechanical on the shoulder, like strapped around the shark, something metallic. You're not really familiar with it.
Does the shark have laser beams?
Mecha jaw.
See, here's the thing. I'm so sorry for everyone else, but Simp does just wave aggressively and say, "Hi, new friend. Hi, new friend."
The shark doesn't do anything. The shark has gone
Okay.
down and probably can't hear you. But you guys all walk into this room. I'm going to need everyone to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, balls.
Those are always good.
It's a very high DC.
I got a ghostly 10.
Okay, ghostly 10.
I got an alive 10. Why do we keep rolling the same thing? What is happening?
22.
This is some
It's the
weird
curse of Cool Sam. You're
Yeah,
stuck
I
with
don't know
it.
what's going on.
Okay. I got 10, 10, and a 22.
Also 22.
7.
7. I got a roll for pickle.
Like a super high 7, right?
Don't forget to roll for the dragon, because
And
the
I got a roll
dragon's
for
with us.
Tiffany.
The highest.
We're just collecting
Holy
rolls.
shit.
I love this
Yeah.
Wizard of Oz shtick.
Tiffany,
Kill
no.
the only other player character that came into this VC, but said, Amelia, you want to voice all NPCs that you have to.
What is that? This is saving throw. Oh, they have a good plus, but it's still not enough. Okay, so the 22s succeed and take no damage. You guys, would you rather jump backward into, or forward? You're trying to dodge out of something. Would you rather jump forward into the water or backward into the previous room? I'll give you that.
Backwards.
Backwards?
Also backwards. As a fire genasi, backwards. I would rather not go there.
Okay.
I'll jump back into life if I could, but I don't think
Roll a
I
d20
jump back
for
into
me.
my body.
T20. Okay.
Yeah, roll a
I'm a
d20.
necromancer. Can we just share a body? Because I have like skills in
14.
necromancy.
14's not quite good enough. But you can roll again in the future. When the
Sure,
time feels
sure.
right. I'm not gonna put like an
Yeah,
official
yeah.
constraint, but you know, feel fine. Yeah, so
The
you guys
cape just
jump
becomes
back
a sentient.
into the warehouse with Pickle 4 as you guys see something that I have referred to in my notes as Big Smashy, which is like the ceiling had a lot of spikes. It's very dark and none of you like looked straight up. And the ceiling on this platform just smashes down. You all who failed take 27 points of Big Smashy damage.
Interesting.
Pickle 4 is dead.
Sam is out.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, both Sammys.
Like dead?
Yeah.
Not dead. Not outright,
No,
but
No,
like.
oh, Pickle 4 is. Yeah, sorry, but yeah.
Oh, no, I was gonna
Oh,
cure wounds
just
Pickle 4.
Was it 27?
Yeah.
Go.
Pickle 4 deserved a better life than this.
Well,
Live to die. I am very hurt.
if in the
Suck.
chat for
Ow.
Pickle 4. Oh no.
Do you even
No.
smash?
How cool is Sam?
So,
Don't die.
yeah, the two of you in this room, your entry to that room, it seems obscured by the lowered ceiling. So you are alive, but you are stuck back here.
So it's just down.
Yeah, like, it's like, you guys ever play Portal? Like, you'd probably get around it. Like, basically, it's like, think of a meat tenderizer. And there's just a handle and the spiky part. So the handle is blocking the door. You might be able to squeeze yourself around and stand on top of it.
So I'm small.
Mm-hmm. You are small.
Can I just normally get on top of it?
Yeah, you can normally get on top of it.
Cool. Done.
Cool, Sam. It might take some maneuvering. I mean, it's easy enough, but like.
I am also small. I forgot this. I am also
you're
small.
Cool. But you guys are currently crushed by Big Smashy.
Well, you're a kobold?
Yeah.
Sim's been a kobold this whole time.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that. I didn't look at the other character sheets.
No, yeah, that's correct. I just think it just didn't get mentioned. So, as you guys all, as you guys who are crushed, who aren't dead, is that any of you, or are you both down?
I have 8 hit points.
Okay, Tiffany is still
Points alive.
alive and sort of gets himself out from under it.
Holy
Yeah,
shit, Tiffany.
do I have to roll anything to try and get on top of it?
Nah, I'm just,
Can
you
I
just
just-
squeeze past.
It's just a struggle.
Yeah, it's a struggle. You just look very
Right.
uncool doing it.
Hey, Jess, you're muted. Are you dead?
Yep.
Oh, you're down?
I'm not like, I'm in death saving throw territory.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay, so both of us were pushed back into the
The other room, yeah, and you guys
other room.
move.
Yeah, but I'm just like
over.
a fleshy dead.
Sam immediately goes down. I will do a cure wounds
Okay.
first level to do a cure wounds. On a d20. That'd be too many. 7.
7. That's enough to bring me back.
All you need is 1.
Is Simp dead?
Yep.
What is Simp? Is Simp just damaged?
I'm kind of 22 on the roll, so
Oh,
I don't.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you guys get out, but you maneuver to get on top of this, and You're no longer being crushed. Pickle 4 is dead instantaneously. What are you guys doing?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Shut up, Google.
I don't either. Life is
Question.
cruel.
Yes.
I hate to ask, but should I have rolled for the dogs?
No, we didn't take. Can we just not have taken the dogs? We just please.
He's not.
Roll a d20.
Please.
Give me a d20 to see whether or not you didn't take the dogs.
19.
The dogs are safely in the other room.
Oh, not strong enough.
couldn't
to
do
lose
this
them
again.
Now we some dogs.
Okay, you guys are there. It's quiet. The water is flowing peacefully. You can see there are sharks in the water with these weird metal contraptions on their heads.
What if we appease the sharks by taking that other arm and throwing it in the water, distracting them?
What if we just got a few of the dead bodies and tossed them in the water?
What if we just took Coolest Sam's dead body and yeeted?
Is that what you guys are doing? Is that your plan of attack?
He is right there. So
He is right there.
Yeah.
You guys
it's
have,
not like he's himself useful or anything.
Coolest Sam, your body is being desecrated in death. And you take and throw it in the water, and the sharks, which were just kind of swimming around kind of passively, are now frenzying around this body.
Mm-hmm. Now I have a question for you, Amelia.
Yeah.
I need to check something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Approximately how many gallons of water do you think are in this room?
More than you have spell slots for.
Oh, no. I don't need to get rid of all of the water. I need to get rid of enough.
You are looking down into this water. You have your light spell. This water is almost black as ink.
Okay, never mind.
You look down and you do not see a bottom. You notice
Okay.
the way the sharks are swimming, that it seems like this pool of water, whatever it is, extends further outward beyond the confines of these walls. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like any sort of like wind? I'm gonna look straight up again. I'm just gonna look up, like straight up, because it seems to be a theme of stuff being above my usual line of sight.
Yeah, you look straight up, and this wall is about 20 feet high. There is nothing. It is just smooth stone. It seems the only entrances and exits in this room are that door and this water, where there are now frenzying sharks.
Can
So
I
is
cast Speak with Animals again?
Yeah.
I cast Speak with Animals.
Mm-hmm. You now notice the sharks are all yelling. They're like, give me. And they're frenzying. Like, they're not having coherent thoughts right now.
Cool. I'm gonna like wait a minute or so
Mm-hmm.
until they're like done actively freaking out. If they stop, if it kind of like simmers, does it?
Once the body's mostly gone, it kind of dies down a bit after a couple minutes.
Cool. So I cast with them as I say, "Hello, sharks.
Yeah.
Hi."
I need sharks from Shark Tale.
Give me your best Angelina Jolie.
Bold of you to think that I remember anything about Shark Tale aside from working at the car wash and the shrimp story.
Wow. Hello, sharks. I come
Sup?
in
Hi. Hello.
in peace. in this situation,
Cool.
me and my friends are really interested in getting past your little home here of this pond. We don't want to get eaten.
Cool.
Please don't
we
eat
don't,
us.
We don't really want to eat you, because most of you guys tend to taste disgusting, like the things on the land like that. But like sometimes if there's like blood in the water, whatever happens.
So
Hello, Sharks. I would like to request $10,000 for a 40% stake in my company. If you could please let us pass.
That would have worked if only you had speak with animals as well. Now your business gets nothing.
So listen, sharks is the only way out, like down, and we have to get past you guys, and just maybe if there's blood in the water, it's like, oh no, we'll see what happens. But
Yeah.
if we're friends now, so I think we should be cool.
Yeah, I'll try, but sometimes when all I see is red,
I understand that. I feel like you could overcome it if you really tried hard.
I probably can, but these things on her back, they just kind of go based off instinct, and it'll probably hurt a little bit, yeah.
What does this thing on your back? It's not part of you. It was.
Yeah, it's just it's like strapped. It's like kind of it's stuck on here real good. Can't really take it off. It's kind of
We
like
could try and take it off for
well,
you,
it's like
maybe.
connected to like my brain and stuff, so maybe not.
Oh, that's my turn.
Yeah.
Who put it there? Was it the rule maker?
Yeah.
Who is that? I want to know who that is.
I don't know. There were several people. I don't know their names.
Interesting. You are condemned to a very sad life, sharks. I feel sorry for.
Well, I mean, the ocean's the ocean, so it's kind of the same
This is
here or anywhere else.
I don't think the whales at SeaWorld are bad.
This is pretty big. We mostly hang around here, but this area is pretty big.
How do we get that to this room? Straight down?
Maybe.
Or
I don't know. I haven't found a way out of here, but I just swim, so there's a lot of water.
there is a lot of water.
Are there...
Okay, thank you, sharks. We'll try our best not to put blood in the water. I swear to God, if you see blood in the water when any of my friends jump in the water, I beg you to please restrain yourself. It's really bad blood. Tell your friends it's disgusting blood. It's the worst blood. It'll make you die.
You're telling me now we got bad blood?
I am, yes. I am. Cool Sam is Swifty.
Yeah, me too. What were your thoughts on folklore and Evermore? Because I personally found that I really enjoy Evermore, and I don't even consider myself a huge Taylor Swift fan.
Yeah, they're really good.
But it kind of reminded me of the energy of old Taylor. But
yes,
I'm hoping her collab.
My favorite Taylor Swift album was "Speak Now."
That's a good one.
When she said, "Story of Us."
Yeah, that's exactly how it goes. I remember the song.
I literally have not listened to a Taylor Swift album since probably 1989.
I've literally been playing Evermore on repeat. I love that one.
Do the sharks know a way out or not?
They don't really, but they say that they won't attack us if we don't bleed in their water. So I think we should just try to not bleed in the water, and then we should be good. We can go exploring in the deep.
I can't breathe underwater, and won't you just die?
I don't know. Does a fire genasi just die if they go into water?
No.
That would seem horrible.
That'd be such a bad character thing. That'd be so funny. You shower once and immediately.
Every time it rains, it's like you're just fucked as a level 1 character. Like,
yeah. It's like reverse Aquamarine rules.
Oh god! Oh no, Cleo!
Not Aquamarine, sorry. It's reverse
H2O.
H2O? Just add water?
Condensation.
Cleo!
Emma.
I'm just gonna run around and
It's
start
always
pressing
no
on the
clear.
wall.
No Emma, but it's never no Ricky.
Ricky knows what she's doing.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just gonna
Anyway.
start pressing the wall, see if there's any buttons.
There's
just
no
like
buttons. I will say, just as a meta rule, we've entered a non-button phase of the dungeon. The beginning is very button heavy, so I understand the desire, but I'm just gonna save you some time. There's not very many buttons from here on out. I won't say none, but like there's not many.
Yeah, I'm hearing some, which as long as there's at least one button, that button could be anywhere.
Button could be anywhere. That is true.
I'm gonna look on my person and find any cuts or scrapes.
Yeah, you guys
To
all have
try
a lot
and
of cuts and scrapes
Pack
because you've been
them down.
big
as
smashies
much
and
as
other
possible.
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Okay, this will go well.
you would have just cauterized the wounds.
Oh, maybe your wounds self-cauterize, I guess.
Do they?
They can. They do now. That makes sense.
Still have to make this medicine check.
Yeah.
Can
you
I
have to cauterize
cauterize
your wounds.
Can I just dee-dee-dee?
Yeah, make a medicine check to see how good you are at cauterizing wounds. with
Cool, this
your
is a straight
particular-
roll.
You just turned me into Zuko, honestly.
Okay.
Three.
I have.
Go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
What if I don't want to?
I can roll it for you, but then I'll
No,
roll
it's a
2d6. It's a 5. Okay, everyone who you attempt takes 5 points of fire damage.
I do not ask for this. I have a plan
I-
of my own.
Distinctly asked for this. I'm Zuko now.
Yeah.
Hello.
I have
Zuko
a
here.
question.
You have an answer.
Find the avatar.
Honor.
I just need to know if I can use mending to cosmetically seal up my wounds. I don't want any hit points back. I truly just have the mending cantrip and just want to like close up the cuts.
I will allow mending to be used for cosmetic purposes, yes.
Cool.
To make band-aids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Magic Band-Aids.
It's just thread stitching through constantly.
Huh. That's a really good use of. That's just like actually just like stitches. That's just like
Yeet.
you're not actually like fixing anything. You're just like closing wounds and stuff. That's
Exactly.
It's like fixing a teddy bear.
Exactly. Except it's skin.
Yeah, except it's real flesh. It's real people skin.
Hmm. Not always
Right.
people skin, but
Can I just prestidigitation all of my own blood off of me?
You can.
Great.
Oh, me
Nice.
next. Me next. Me next.
me next, me next.
Yeah. Just like shower, car wash.
Okay.
The car wash.
I'm going to ask you guys all to make, I'm going to say sleight of hand checks to see how good you are at getting rid of all of the blood.
That's a 24. I have 8 in sleight of hand.
13.
19.
I also got 24 because I also have a +8 in sleight of hand.
Oops, all rogues.
Oops, all rogues.
Oops, all
I have a
rogues.
+4. The sleight of hand.
Amazing. Yeah, so you all managed to do what you consider to be a pretty good job of bandaging yourself up to conceal any blood. Do you guys go into the water?
Cannonball! And I just
Yeah, I dive in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Head first.
Quite a.
So you can hold your breath for 1 minute plus your constitution modifier.
I can hold my breath for 0 minutes.
You can hold your breath for 1 minute. It's a minimum of 1. So,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
I can hold my breath for 3.
Damn, Trevor,
Three.
who hurt you? Jesus.
You all are in the water. It is pitch black.
I have light. I could
I have
just.
Dark vision.
I also have dark vision, but you know.
Yeah.
I-
You make light, and you now see you are just surrounded by water on all sides. There are sharks swimming throughout, eyeing you here and there.
How many sharks?
You can spot at least 10. Kind of at varying lengths around you in this radius of
In
place
water?
you can see. What?
I will say.
Ever watched that movie Open Water?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
I watched that movie when I was 6 years old.
Oh my god.
Why?
I will say.
I don't
this-
Wait,
I
let's
was-
see.
Oh yeah, that's a good movie.
I think
That's
I
a really
might have
good
seen
movie.
it actually.
Good movie. I did watch it at quite a young age.
Far too young.
That'll leave some memories. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a few.
If a single one of us is bleeding or didn't clean up the blood properly, we're
Yeah, 100%.
fully. We're fully.
I'm
No.
aware.
Hello. Yeah, what are you guys doing? You're in the water.
So it's like a circular pool or like
No, now that
kinda-
you're down here, you see water on all sides.
We are just in the ocean.
yeah.
All sides, including up.
Well, now that you're underwater, yeah, there's water.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're
I just start swimming downwards.
yeah, with
Just
swimming downwards
mindlessly.
and my light, do I see anything?
It just keeps going.
Fuck.
I gotta swim back. I can't stay down here for long. I swim back up as soon as my minute's up because I need to breathe.
Yeah.
Also,
If I see Trevor going back up, I follow.
Okay, you guys go back up.
Hmm.
Up on the surface, it's like there's two sides of it, or
Hold on.
I'm-
I'm gonna do.
remember the description.
Let me give you a diagram. Hold on.
Ooh.
Okay, so there is. And then this is like there's this. This is big smashy. And then there's a door here. And then there's like a wall here. So, and then it's just water. Okay. Okay, here we go. This is big smashy. This is
Oh
the door.
God.
Yeah.
So this is like
Water.
the room. Water. You've only gone down, but you see it's just water everywhere.
And there's just a wall.
Hmm?
It's just a wall on the left side of the page.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is just a wall.
But there's
the
no
wall
down.
ends at the top of the water, though.
Yeah.
Am I
just
right?
yes. It ends like
Oh,
yeah.
get
What
it.
if we just go that way forever?
Yeah, I'm gonna go swim to the other side, where that wall kind of stops, and if I like dip underneath and kind of skirt the surface underneath the wall, is there room to like poke my head out to catch a breath?
Yeah, it's kind of weird when you're like inside this little room. You mean, or like out, like right here?
Like I want to like on that diagram. Yeah, I want page, and then I want to, if the water goes underneath it and like keeps going,
Yeah.
like
so-
in that direction, I want to try and like swim underneath the wall and then see if like there's wall above me,
Right. Yeah.
and if there's water here, I want to try and like see if I can catch my breath.
So it's kind of weird because there's just water. Like this wall is just like a foot and a half thick, and then there's just water. Have you guys ever seen Deep Blue Sea?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or like, you know how, or if you've ever seen like underwater buildings, like underwater hotels, they have areas. It seems like this is an opening in a place that is already underwater. So this kind of, you can see the edge of this like cube, right? Or this long rectangle on either side, but there's just water all the way around.
And then if I have 60 feet of dark vision, if I go to the other side of that, if I look up, can I see anything, or is it just?
Are you looking up
Two.
here? You just see water straight above. this wall goes up for however, what I said the room was 20 feet tall, 20 feet plus like a little bit more because of the thickness of the stone.
Like I can't see a sunlight refracting off the surface or anything like that.
Mm-mm.
Just we're too far down.
Yeah.
Weird.
It is weird, yeah. That's like odd.
Can I
Yes,
think
I
about the
am muted.
surface? Oh, sorry. You go.
God damn it. Sorry.
It happens to the best of us.
There's just so much background noise I'm trying to make sure I'm not catching.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hop out of the water, get back on land, and then I'm just going to throw something at the wall and see what happens.
Yeah.
I throw a caltrop because I have 100 of them for some reason. Just throw
yeah,
it
worth
in
out
there.
that you have 99 now.
Will do.
You throw it at the wall, it just hits and falls down into the water.
I'm just gonna put my 2 soaps in the water. I'm just gonna make soapy water. Make a nice bath for us.
Yeah, it's like this
Ever
is
so
now technically
slowly
a bath.
poison the snake.
Yeah. Just
What's the temp like? Is it like warm water? I'm a fire genasi. It's now warm. Duh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get up out of the water, and with my light cast, I'm just gonna start searching, going like edgewise around the walls of the room for anything on the walls, like
Yeah.
inscriptions, anything.
Give me an investigation check.
Yep.
May I assist with
Yes, you
this?
can. You can roll with advantage.
Thank you for that advantage, because with that we have 21 versus 12.
Yeah, with the 21, you are very confident there are no markings or inscriptions here.
Am I able to get out of this room?
Like back into the other room?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're able to squeeze past. You're small.
Okay, I just want to see if there are any other doors in that other room.
Yeah, you get in there. There's no other doors. It just goes back to the main corridor or the main, circular room. Who's in the water right now?
I guess I'm
just hop back in with my
looking
soap.
over at the other side of that.
Yeah, you guys hear the blare of a klaxon. Just going like, the sharks, their eyes turn a glowing red.
Oh!
And
I recast speak with animals. And I say, "We talked about these sharks. Please do not eat my blood. You don't want my blood."
I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative, just so we
Ooh.
can do turn order here. Everyone roll initiative so we can just figure it out. Ten?
What were you just saying?
14.
14.
11.
Okay. And Jess?
21.
Okay. Gonna do these sharks in 2 groups. We'll call that Shark B. And then we'll call this Shark A. Actually, no, we'll just make the first one Shark A because that makes sense.
Did you call the first one Shark B and the second one Shark A?
I was rolling initiative. I didn't know where they were gonna
So
fall.
valid. So valid.
Amazing.
Okay. Dangles, did you see the message I sent you?
No, that part of Discord is not open. Let me take a look. It's in a book. Do 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 do. Oh, nice.
Shark A, Shark 2, and
Cool.
Shark G. Okay. You oh god, I need more dice. Okay. I just didn't have any dice out. I literally only had a D20. Like I don't need like ridiculous amounts. Okay.
It's never a good sign when your DM says, I don't have enough dice for this.
I don't have any dice. Sam, you are up. Trevor, you're on deck. You just hear the klaxon and the shark's eyes turn glowing red.
Well, I was out of the water because I was throwing caltrops at the
You
wall.
can still hear the klaxon. You
Yeah.
can probably see the glow from the top of the water.
Can I see anybody in the water? Or is everybody kind of scattered?
I don't think you can see Coolest Sam. You may be able to see Trevor.
Um,
I'm just waiting in the bubbles, just like
Yeah. Trevor's just having a splish splash. They were taking
Taking a
a bath.
bath.
nap. Mhm.
Sam is worried. Sam does. Can Sam hold his action in case one of these sharks tries to like come out? I'll stab at it.
Yeah. Sure. Are you gonna use your bonus action or your movement?
I'm gonna like get at the edge of the water in case anybody's coming out. I can try to help them out.
Nice. Trevor, you are up. Coolest Sam, you are on deck.
Can I see any of the sharks? I gotta look up this spell actually.
There's like 2 sharks pretty close to you, and there's like 8 kind of swimming ambiently around, although they all look kind of focused and are heading your way.
I am going to attempt to get out of the water ASAP. That's going to be step 1 is get out
Yeah.
of the water. Step 2 is going to be casting Ray of Enfeeblement on the first shark I see.
Sure. What needs to happen for that? You're able to easily get out of the water with with Sam helping you. You don't have to roll.
Amazing. Let me check Ray of Enfeeblement because I've never actually used that spell. 60 feet up to a minute. Concentration. A black beam of enervating energy springs from your fingertips toward a creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target deals only half damage with weapon attacks that use strength until the spell ends. And then at the end of each of the target's turn, it can make a con save against the spell. On a success, the spell ends. So I need to make a spell attack
Okay.
against shark. Dirty 20, 16 plus 4.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Cool. No damage, but deals only half damage with weapon attacks that use strength until the spell ends.
Okay. Cool.
I think that's all I can do. I don't think I have any bonus. Yeah, because I didn't attack, so I can't bonus action dagger, right? That's how that works, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, so that is it for me.
Okay. Coolest Sam, you're up. Simp, you're on deck.
So I don't know where I...
When you do run away, you will get an attack of opportunity from one of the sharks. I forgot to say that.
Yay!
That is
Yes.
15 to hit.
What does Major Armor does 13 plus your dex? Or... God, I forget what Major Armor is.
I think so.
I play Barbarians, man.
I think Major Armor 13. Or
13 plus
13
your dex
plus
mod.
dex, yeah.
So that's 13 plus 4, so 15. I don't think that... Is that enough?
I just hit, yeah.
Okay.
And that's... You take... 4... 9... 16 piercing damage.
I'm unconscious.
Okay.
bleeding in the water.
Yep, I'm unconscious, bleeding in the water in the shark's mouth.
Cool.
F in the chat.
Yeah, you still are able to swim away. So you did get out of the... Oh, you're unconscious. Never mind. You didn't swim away. Yeah.
No.
Cool. Okay.
That'd be wild.
Okay, now Coolest Sam and Simp. Yeah. So Coolest Sam first.
Yeah. Okay. Where am I? I was working on the
I think you're
like wall thing.
you're swimming around that wall. So I'm gonna say you are like probably like on the other side of here.
Okay.
Like, does that seem fair?
Cool.
Does that seem like
Pretty far. I mean, it's fair, but
Okay.
it's...
I just want to make sure you're kind of screwed because of your position, but like it is fair.
I am, aren't I? Okay. I don't remember how swimming works. It's like half speed
Yeah, it's like
to
difficult
get.
terrain.
Oh God! So I wouldn't be able to get out with just my movement.
No, it's 45 feet from where you are to.
Oh,
Yeah.
so even like using my action. Wait, bonus action dash as a rogue?
You
Is
can
that a thing
bonus
I can do as a
action dash.
rogue?
Yeah, so if you use your action,
Mhm.
bonus action, and movement, that's 50. You'll just be able to make it.
But I have to use my bonus.
Yeah, you have 30 feet of movement, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'd have to use action, bonus action, movement to swim 45 feet, and you would get one opportunity attack from the shark.
Yeah. Is there a way to angle it where I am not gonna get an opportunity attack, or are they just in every?
Go ahead and just roll a d20 for me. See how lucky you
Sure.
are.
16.
Yeah, you can angle it.
Sweet. I will do that. I will use my full
You use your full
action, bonus action movement to get the fuck out of the water.
Okay, and since Trevor is unconscious in the water, that means that Sam can use their held action to pull you out since you have used all of your movement to get to that very last point.
Perfect.
And Simp, your turn.
How far away are all of the bodies we have not quite manacled yet?
Let's see, that's 60 feet plus 15 feet, that's 75. You're in this room, probably about like 85 feet, 90.
Cool. Then that is not worth it. I have, knowing that everyone is out, I'm much less worried.
Trevor is unconscious on the ground.
Unconscious in the water.
Unconscious on the ground.
Unconscious
pulled
in the
him out.
water.
Sam pulled him out with the hold
No,
action.
Yeah.
But I forgot
Not
I forgot there was an attack of opportunity before then.
And it dropped me
it dropped
unconscious,
them
so I-
unconscious.
So
that
still in the
didn't
middle of-
happen. Yeah, which is why Sam was able to pull out Coolest Sam with their held
Hmm.
action. We had to retcon that a bit.
Cool. Then
This is how Trevor.
I
feels.
guess I'm going to rush back into the room and this isn't gonna do much, but it might quell the situation for a second. Casting Cure Wounds on someone unconscious brings them back up to 1, right?
It brings them back up however much you heal.
Okay. Okay, then we are going to cast Cure Wounds.
Cure Wounds is touch, so are you going to go in the water and get them?
Are you? How far out in the water are you?
I was like, I want to say like in the middle, just kind of like
Yeah.
rub-a-dub-dubbing.
Like,
So I'm not.
like 20 feet.
Yeah, I'm not grab and go-able.
Cool.
Ghost from Beyond says, don't do it.
I'm trying to think of what I can do because there's like.
Did you take the what is it called? The dream lilies?
Yes, I did.
I pull mine out and I say, maybe they're susceptible to this shit. I don't know.
Are you gonna eat yours?
No, I want to give it to the shark.
That
Make
feels
them
like the
all-
worst idea.
Why? It makes them all confused and poisoned.
We don't know what the plant does.
I do.
Are we really trusting the voices in your head?
I mean, we have run out of options here, Simp.
What is he
Okay,
doing?
I actually do have a plan.
Okay.
I have a plan.
All right.
So, I am going to, from a point with I choose what's in the water, using thaumaturgy, off away from our friend who is unconscious in the water, I am going to produce the sound of an orca whale. Known shark killers.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Go ahead and make me a persuasion check to see how convincing your orca is.
Could it be a deception check?
Yeah, that makes sense. You're lying about orcas.
That's an 18. If it's a...
Okay. Okay, let me think.
Early D&D is the only time where my random animal facts come in handy.
Okay, I'm gonna say with that, 4 of the sharks peel off to go chase the orca sound with your 18. But the others do stay.
Okay. That's something.
Yeah.
That's only 6 that you have to deal with, I think.
Yeah, is that your turn?
I think that's my turn. That's all I can do.
Okay. Actually, I'll give you 5. I'll say 5 of the sharks go off. 5 of the sharks go off. Yeah, okay. So, it is now the time for the Shark A group, which is now smaller than it was. Shark A group, the group formerly known as Shark B.
They went under a management change. It's fine.
The one next to
Rebranding.
you, Trevor. I'm not gonna be mean and have them eat you right now. I'll let you die at your own pace. But
Awesome. I'm glad I get to make my death saving rolls.
yeah, the other 2 that were not distracted by the orcas come to the surface, and you guys see, since no one else is in the water, the large metal apparatuses on the back of each shark begins to glow. You see this focusing of, this one of them has green and the other one is a white light. I'm just gonna pick randomly. Sam does a 20 hit. And coolest Sam does a 14 hit.
Yes.
Just.
Okay, so Sam, you take 1. I
Where
rolled
did
so
I-
shitty. You take 2 points of radiant damage.
Interesting.
And coolest
I'm not
Sam,
ready.
you take that makes up for it. You take 14 points of radiant
Yep.
damage.
There's the disparity.
I rolled double 1s for Sam. As both of you, from these 2 sharks, lasers pierce either of you. Sam,
Your
or coolest
sharks
Sam,
freaking lasers.
where were you standing?
I didn't know we were in Dr. Evil's lair.
I don't know, kind of just like right on the edge of
Okay.
water. 50-50 if I fall in the
and
water, probably.
Roll me a d4 to see which direction you fall.
A 2.
Okay, you fall to your left. So you are
Out the water.
you're not in the water.
But I am unconscious.
Yeah, and then Shark B, the formerly unnamed shark group, 3 sharks are gonna go do their stuff.
So who's still standing?
Sam and Simp.
Simp is very only technically in the room.
Yeah, Simp is just barely inside. Simp probably has 3. Simp has 3/4 cover because of.
Okay. What I need to make like a shark perception check to even try and attack
Yeah,
Simp.
go ahead and give me a shark perception check.
Shark perception. Let's see.
Sharkception.
Sharkception. That is 16.
With a 16, you can see there's something. You can't get a clear shot, but you can
Okay,
see there's something there.
I'll have one of the sharks take a laser shot with like disadvantage if you can't really see it. Just a
Yeah.
laser shark shoot over there.
Sure.
We'll see laser shot.
They didn't take the sharpshooter feat, unfortunately. So
Yeah,
you
sharpshooter.
Oh my
Jump
God.
it.
Okay, so let's go ahead and roll 2. Which one's going to be the lower? Okay, so that would be a is a 13 hit.
Just. Is it hitting me? I'm assuming it's me.
Sim,
one's-
whoever
this
this was
one's
the
for Sim.
disadvantage one for Sim.
Oh, Sim. Okay, never mind.
It does not by 1.
So that bounces off the wall there. And then the other shark will attack just with a regular laser hit. And I don't think Blood Frenzy works out of the water because like that wouldn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
that would make sense.
Bloop. Okay. And then the other attack will be that is another I rolled another 8, so 13 to hit. And that's against Sam.
I haven't played a rogue in forever. Can I uncanny dodge that somehow?
I think that'll have to damage.
Yeah,
I think.
it has to damage.
Okay, yeah.
So
it's
if
been
yeah,
so
13
long.
was that on the money for the
Yeah,
AC?
that hits.
Cool. Okay, so is it 2d8? Boop. That is 7 radiant, so half that to 3.
I'm still standing by a thread.
And then
Stop saying
Tiffany
more
though.
things. Stop saying.
I have another shark. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I guess I will. Sharks aren't stupid enough to just jump out of the water. That'd be.
I mean, you're in
One-
control
Like
of
I'm
these
right
sharks.
there.
Could
You can just eat
Cool
me.
Sam's
like, I'm
pretty
there.
close to the water, right?
Yeah, Cool Sam's right on the edge of the water.
Can I deep blue sea and try and?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a dexterity check to see if you can deep blue sea it.
Sick. What's a shark's
First one
deck?
fight that might happen.
Zero.
Oh man, could you imagine the shark kills Cool Sam and then gets its own little glittery cape?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Sam.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be
I
dexterity.
feel bad, but I was gonna try to finesse some way, no matter what was gonna happen, to try
It's
to
a
steal
15.
the cape off of Coolest Sam and wear it myself.
I want to be the coolest.
Oops.
Sam.
Cool Sam's a 15 hit.
That's 15 for dex. That was the
15
dex.
Yeah, that's the check to grab it. Yeah, 15 is enough. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll hit with this melee bite. Let's see. Boop. Let me just not roll a 1. Thanks, D&D Beyond. Okay, cool. That is going to be a 22 to hit. Just maybe.
And
Okay, that'll be it. So 22 to hit. Let me roll the damage.
you were playing the same character.
Things have changed. We have different things. Okay, so that's 3.
That's 2 fail, right?
And let's see. That is it's 19.
Yeah, that's 2.
19 damage to Cool Sam.
Oh.
And that's the shark's turn. They're just chilling outside of that. Well, I guess one shark's out of the water or in the water.
Yeah,
Or
you're
they
kind of.
both-
I'm gonna say you're out of the water. That's funny.
I'll say I'm out of the water. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Are you pulling back into the water though?
I'm just kind of hanging.
Just
Kinda
out of
there.
the water. Yeah.
Okay.
Sam, you're
I think he
Trevor's
overshot
like
it and was a
Yeah,
bit too big.
it's a bit
and didn't
too
come
big.
back.
Okay. Because originally I was like, okay, if you're backing up, then I'm gonna use like my the extra action you get when somebody moves away.
Oh, I can if you want to, but up to
No,
you.
because now I have my turn, so it's fine.
There you go.
I would. So is Cool Sam like out or just still making death saving throws?
Coolest Sam is has 2 failed death saves.
2 failed death saves. Okay. I have no healing whatsoever. I can't do anything for you. I can steal
Why
your
would
cape
you?
though. I can steal your cape.
I have no reason to.
No reason to.
Let me
Well,
die.
can I try to like
Tiffany
grab
doing.
the body? I don't know, grab the body out of the shark's mouth.
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that. Yeah.
But like also steal the cape at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll allow that. That would be an action to grab the body and steal the
Both
cape
you and the
both
shark
of
have
us.
similar goals.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do I?
If you both are after, I will say, if you're both after the cape, you're gonna have to fight with the shark to get the cape. So I would like
Yeah,
a
fuck that shark.
contested strength.
That's a
check.
strong shark. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
say.
contested strength checks between you and
Seems
the shark.
beefy. Let's see. Strength. It's a 17.
You rolled a 17?
Yeah.
I rolled a 17.
Ooh.
What?
How do we
Okay.
do
What
this?
Ooh.
There's let's see. I think technically
Bop
Okay.
him on the nose.
So I
Is
know
it
like,
modifier at that point?
I know the actual rules for that. But I just think it'd be more fun to have you guys just each roll a d20 and see who rolls higher.
Sure.
No modifiers, just straight d20.
Just straight d20.
Is there an actual rule against that of like
Yeah.
if there is contested?
Tie breaks go in favor, I think, of the person who's defending. Yeah.
D&D
tie
has
breaks-
rules? That's wild.
Yeah.
I got a 12.
So
12.
fun.
I got 16.
You snatched the cape.
You see
Yes.
one tear. You thought it was water on the shark, but it's just a tear.
No.
You have a bonus action and movement. Movement,
Oh,
the shark will get an attack of opportunity though because you're close and he wants the unspecified gendered shark wants your cape.
Well, can I use bonus action disengage and then go away?
You can, yeah.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
clean.
Can
That's a
I-
clean move.
So
Did you get just the cape, or did you get maybe the
It's just the
person
cape.
wearing the too?
I'm gonna leave that up to Sam.
Sam would go for the body too.
Oh, thank God.
I guess I'll
But
say.
like also, most importantly, the cape.
Fine, fair enough.
It's too hard to take the cape off, so you're like, I guess I'll do it later and take the whole body.
Trevor, give me a death save.
It's like a weird sailor knot.
Yeah. How did they get this on here?
That's
Jeez.
a natural 20.
Okay, you are up with 1 HP at the end of your turn.
Let's go.
Splashing
That's a
around
good-
the water.
Dead man float.
Okay, coolest Sam, give me a death save.
Oh God. If this hits a natural 20, then me and Trevor are meant to be together, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Right.
And if it hits
That's-
a natural 1, the opposite is true.
Then
well,
we
then
were-
we'll just never know because I would be dead. I don't have to rub it in.
Your ghost would know.
It's not a 1. It's a 7.
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
Coolest Sam is dead. Stella, do you want some sharks?
Sure.
Okay, hold on. Let me message you something.
All right. Cool, Sam.
Doo-doo-doo. Okay, that's to start the shark stat block. And then
I do need to know where Tiffany. He hasn't been really.
Tiffany's having a coffee in the other room, just chilling, waiting
Oh,
for this
yeah.
to all be done.
yeah, you don't
Tiffany's
see
just
Tiffany
vibing.
anywhere.
Great. I thought we might have had a dragon.
Okay. I'm making a new go ahead and roll me an initiative roll, Stella, for your sharks.
Fucking 17.
17.
That would have been good, but one roll ago.
Like, what the hell?
Okay, that's gonna be shark 2.
There's Shark A, Shark B,
Shark
Shark
two. Little
2.
sharks.
Yeah. Okay, Stimp, it is your turn. Then the sharks.
Me sharks? Wait.
No. I'll let you know when you're going. You got a while.
Sorry.
So
You're
I
good.
am going to bonus action disengage and run into the other room to find Tiffany.
You run into the other room. You do not see Tiffany.
Oh, did Tiffany just like yeet? Tiffany. Tiffany's still under Big Smashy, actually.
Tiffany got out from under Big Smashy. Tiffany has a ridiculous fucking amount of hit points. Shark can't. What are you doing, Simp? You run in there. That's your bonus action and movement. You do not see Tiffany.
Well, if I don't see Tiffany, I'm going back to plan C. And I'm gonna start running towards those bodies.
Okay, you use your action to dash, and you make it about halfway to the room. You make it to the coffee table with the saucer and the. Are you guys holding the cup of coffee, or did you leave it in there?
I don't think we left. I think we took it with us.
Okay, there's
Unless
just-
Sam put it down.
You're muted. I know.
I spoke so fast. I was so excited. No, I mean, I was in the water at some point, so I definitely put it down sometime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's a coffee table and a plain saucer in that room. You're right there. So you still have about 45 feet to go before you get to the body. So you can get there probably on your next turn with your movement and a bonus action or an action.
Cool.
Cool. Okay. First group of sharks. I need to roll another one of these. Okay, one of them gets their laser back. It's going to laser at you, Sam, since you are the next target. That is a 16 to hit. Sam?
That hits. I know. I was hitting the button.
7 plus 1.
was-
That is 8 radiant damage. And this other one is going to bite at Trevor in the water.
Sam is down.
It can. That...
Mage armor is mage armor concentration, or is it just I get it for 24 hours?
Is what?
Hold up. Mage armor.
Mage
I'll look
armor?
that
No,
up.
it's not concentration. You just get it.
Does it stay if I fall unconscious?
Sure.
Okay. Cool. Bite
That
me.
is a 15 to hit.
No, because
Okay.
mage armor makes my armor 17 because it's 13 plus 4.
Yeah, you're good. The other sharks have now noticed that there are no orcas around, and they are slowly returning, but they are not here this round. As they have scoured the area. Okay, Shark B.
Okay, so I got the the ground shark, the shark that jumped up and is on the floor.
Yeah, the land shark.
Land shark, yes, yeah, land shark now. I doubt it can move if it wiggles at all.
It can move. I will give it
So-
5 feet of movement around for taking the 6
Sick.
seconds to just kind of flop.
Floop, floop, floop. Okay, so I'll do that. I don't think anyone's near them.
No, the only person who is conscious right now is Trevor.
Okay. Is anyone in laser range for the shark?
No, because Simp has gone into the previous room.
Well, I guess they're gonna hold their laser action.
Yeah, you
The
can laser Trevor
laser-
if you want, but I need to see if they get their laser back.
Trevor, are you still in the water, or are you?
Yeah, I fell unconscious in the water, and now I'm conscious in the water.
Okay. Let's have, because I don't think land shark can turn around. They can only kind of go forward and just accept their fate.
Yeah.
So they're gonna hold their action to laser if someone walks in the door, I guess.
Gotcha.
And then other shark will, because they didn't get their laser back on their turn,
Yeah.
we'll just try and bite, and go with that. And since we're in the water, the blood frenzy should be a thing at this point. So
Yes.
let's
Oh,
do that.
I totally forgot about Blood Frenzy.
Kill me. Kill me.
I would have gotten a
Do
natural
it.
20. Oh.
That
So
will
I don't-
be that's a 24 to hit. Just
Yeah.
maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is how I felt the first round of combat when everyone was just jumping on.
My pet dogs.
I know, and I feel bad about this too.
was
Is
just
that 3d10?
Like, when are they coming back?
Thank you for the raid, Longshot RPG. Currently, half of this group. Let me.
25 radiant damage. Oh no, I'm sorry. Bite damage. Piercing teeth.
That is so brutal.
I'm dead. I had 1 HP. I'm back to being unconscious in the shark's mouth. Like, just drag me under, pull me out of my misery.
You never know.
Sometimes it just be like that.
Sometimes you just get killed by some weird sharks that laser you. And that's
Yeah,
okay.
Because this is Dr. Evil's weird mansion sing-along party time, I guess.
And that is it for Shark B.
Dr.
That's it
Evil.
for Shark
def-
B. Sam, would you
Maker.
be so kind as to give me a death save?
I sure can give you a death save. That is a natural 1.
What the
Okay,
fuck?
so that is 2 failures.
Oh my god.
You know,
Doing
the dice
great
give it and the
things.
dice taketh away.
Why are we incapable of just rolling like 12?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
normal numbers. I don't know.
At least I'm
Okay.
gonna die with this
No.
cape. That's what's important to me.
Yeah.
Shark 2, you have 2 sharks in your control, Stella.
2. So Trevor is unconscious or dead in the water?
Dead. Unconscious.
Dead.
Unconscious. Yeah.
Unconscious.
Unconscious.
Yeah. With 2 failed
And-
death saving. No, 1. No, just unconscious. Never mind.
Probably
Stop.
don't know that there's another person like outside of this room. Probably don't even realize that there's like other places other than this.
Yeah.
Kill me.
Yeah, I think one of them is just gonna go for like try and snatch Trevor out of the mouth of their brethren and be like, fucking share.
There's frenzy, so
And-
you can roll with advantage.
Yeah, that is true. I can't do
Doesn't it like auto hit too?
It doesn't auto hit, it does auto crit. So if you
Okay.
hit it, you
Yeah.
double the dice.
I mean, here's the thing. I did get a 28.
I think that misses actually, right?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
if you get some high enough, it just loops back
It
around.
moves back around, yeah.
Back around.
So really, you rolled an 8 because you went over 20, and the dice only go up to
The
20.
dice
So
only- yeah, it's
Yeah,
very
yeah,
famously
you just
a
go
D20,
back around.
So yeah,
Mhm. You can't go higher. So.
I can't believe you only got an 8 to hit.
Does an
It's
8
amazing.
hit? Yeah. Oh my gosh. What?
Wild.
Christ.
Jeez,
Anyway,
I guess you're still alive.
So I'm assuming I do a murder.
You do a murder, indeed. Yeah.
Chomp chomp.
Then does my other guy see the unconscious person lying on the ground at all? Am I in laser distance?
Yeah, you're within laser distance for sure.
Cool. I'm just gonna skewer other unconscious person.
Yeah.
Sam.
Go ahead and roll me a laser check.
That's a 15.
Does that hit you? Cool. Does that hit you regular, Sam?
I mean, technically, they're the only Sam that's
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, you're the coolest Sam standing.
Yeah.
the last Sam
Am
standing.
I standing?
No,
Wait.
that did hit you, right? So you can go ahead and roll damage there. They're
Well-
unconscious, so it does auto crit.
Okay.
So it's,
You're gonna make me roll damage on this.
Isn't
Oh,
any
man.
damage to automatic fails?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Shark
people
is-
like to roll dice for fun. I don't want to deprive.
I know.
you.
It
I'm
just here's
No,
the
no,
thing.
no,
This was
I-
my former member not 15 minutes ago. Like it feels kind of dirty.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You are very newly on the shark side, so
yeah.
it's a lot of emotions to put you through from being coolest Sam to now just being laser shark in all caps.
How the mighty have fallen.
How the
I
mighty,
feel-
how the turntables.
How the
Sim's just gonna
turntable.
come back, and we're
I'm
all
trying to
dead.
evolve to coolest shark by getting that cape.
Oh yeah, that
Coming
is
back,
up
and we're
for
all-
Sharks are all both named Sam, by the way. It's just like
Yeah.
that was totally coincidental. Like
yeah, the sharks are named Sam.
Sam, let me get some food. No, Sam, it's my turn with the food.
Just
Can
give us
have
some sharks.
Mom said it's my turn to use the X.
I just want to watch this play out. I'm good. I'm not gonna shark it up. I feel sad.
Yeah, you
so
can
Trevor's
stay. Just the sharks
Trevor's-
are there if you want them.
Trevor's ghost is just like floating above the water. Like, well, shit.
Can Trevor's ghost and coolest Sam's ghost meet in heaven
Yeah.
and have a
I
moment?
don't think I'm going to heaven if I'm being
Actually, no,
honest.
your ghosts don't get to go to heaven. They don't get to go
Yeah.
to hell either. Your ghosts, stuff happens with your ghosts. We can't cover that now. That's lore. Okay.
Deep lore.
But yeah.
Tim's the only one left. He's
yeah,
not even in
Jess,
heaven.
can you go ahead and roll me an initiative roll?
With shark stats. Okay.
With shark stats, yes.
14.
14. Okay, this was. I'm just gonna cross out where Trevor had the 14, and this is Shark Junior. Okay. Oh, we should say Shark the Third, because that sounds like Shrek. Okay, yeah, so we're just gonna jump Simp.
Huh?
Last person
I-
standing.
I simply want to get to the bodies.
Simply.
Yeah, you can use your movement and a bonus action, I guess, to get to the bodies, and you still have an action left.
Okay, with my action, I want to cut open the stomach of one of the bodies and drench my crossbow bolts in their blood. I have a plan. I have a plan.
Zoinks.
You've been thinking.
Okay. Which one? There's a Sam, a cool Sam, and a Trevor, I believe.
I'm so sorry, Sam, but Cool Sam and Trevor, they have a destiny to meet with each other.
Amazing.
So romantic.
Wild.
I'm so sorry
So
to whoever's.
romantic that
I'm
you
sorry
didn't cut
ahead
up
of
an
time
hour's
to whoever
stomach.
Sam this was. Like, you're dying in a horrible way, and I do feel a little bad.
We need to know whose it was.
It's Gus.
Oh man,
I'm
they
sorry,
were just
guys.
taking a nice little nap.
I'm
woke
sorry,
up.
Gus. You were.
And he won't see this because the reason he's not here is because his internet hasn't been set up at his new place yet.
Oh no.
He won't even know.
I feel bad, but like, I need to survive.
I'm gonna message him right now.
I am also.
Ooh, I like a zombie Gus.
Ooh. All I want to do is cover my crossbow bolts in that blood and gunk
Yeah,
and hopefully fill up my empty potion bottle with some of that blood.
yeah, yeah. You can use your action to do that. You're just drenching
Cool.
stuff in blood. Disgusting. Okay.
Disgusting.
Everyone else is dead. Are the sharks doing anything? All the other sharks that had gone away have now recongregated. Each of you has 3 sharks at your command.
Is that like alarm thing still going on?
Yeah.
Land Shark's gonna keep trying to wiggle up to the cape and just holding its laser action.
Yeah, you can get to the cape.
Sick, and then it's just gonna kind of hope to roll onto it, and just like roll around, do like a whole
Land Shark
flip
does
over
like
it.
a little
and then gets it on the-
360, and the cape is actually attached to like the edges of your laser mount as it has been attached. So it's like it caught on there, so you have a laser mount with a cape that says that
And then
you are
you-
the coolest.
Just holds that laser action for someone like walking, I guess.
Yeah.
Other sharks, I guess they're just swimming. I don't know if anyone else feels brave to jump out, so they're just gonna chill there.
Yeah, that's
Just like
fair.
shred my body. Just
Sharks,
like
you guys
share
wanna
it.
play Marco Polo?
Yeah, amazing.
I'll be Marco. If you guys want to play Marco Polo.
My
Thank
name's
you,
not Marco,
Bob.
it's Sam.
Good job, guys. That was really good.
Okay, so
I'm really
Sim,
proud
you're
of
just
you.
making your way back, I assume.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, y'all.
You're
Marco.
Good.
No apologizing. Okay, you come back. As soon as you enter the doorway,
I'm not entering the doorway.
do you get visible in the doorway at all?
Distinctly no.
Okay.
Like, that was
So-
already part of the plan.
Gotcha. What are
There's
you
air
doing?
ducts. We didn't realize.
I am going to touch the doorway from outside. I'm going to do the thing where I snake along the sides of the walls as much as I need to
Yeah, you snake
to
along.
get this done.
Yeah.
I'm going to touch the doorway and cast light on the doorway itself.
Okay, the doorway.
Because that is a blinding radiant light.
Wait, just
It's
like
not literally blinding, but you know, it
Okay,
does what
yeah,
I
yeah.
need it
It's
to do.
bright. Yeah.
It's distractingly bright.
Mhm. And
I want to ready an action to shoot one of these crossbow bolts as soon as I enter the door.
so casting. Okay, so you're casting light, and then on the next round.
Uh-huh.
you're ready, right? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Just
Um,
because I know this gets a little complicated now.
Yeah, yeah, I got it. Okay, so hold on. Gus, I did have an awakened mastiff as that is one of my back burner ideas. TX. All the Sammys. There's still 2 Sammys. You passed 2 Sammys.
Just saw you updated the name to Laser Shark on the stream.
Oh, I forgot to do Jess. Okay. Copy.
On
I'm
the
so
sharks,
glad I get to just be ridiculous and maniacal here.
on
This
the
is
sharks. Can I roll a perception check with disadvantage to Polo finds?
To what?
Because my eyes are
To do what?
Marco
my
Polo?
eyes
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna go Marco.
Yeah, you're having a little Marco Polo game. Okay,
That's a two.
so you
No shark
hold your
replies.
action, the turn comes back around, and you peek around the door. Where are you shooting your crossbow as you peek around the doorway?
hopefully, I don't know if you're gonna allow this. Hopefully, the first shark I see.
Okay.
So-
Both of your actions are held. So I'm gonna say they both fire.
Oh,
Land
this is
shark.
so
And I have a
fires-
question.
Yes.
Because this light would hopefully realistically be obscuring my figure, would I get advantage? I'm asking for sneak attack reasons.
Well, because wouldn't it mess with your eyes too? Because you're just like in it.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I know what these shark stat blocks look like. So yeah, I'll give you advantage so you can get the sneak attack damage.
Thank
I have
you.
a follow-up question.
Yeah.
Sharks have blind sight for 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
How does that work if am I blinded by the light?
Oh, DMCA strikes. Cut it out.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Um.
This is just if there's going to be a laser.
You're
Wait, how does
fine.
blindside
The
play?
laser's fine.
Go Polo.
Oh my god, yeah. You're Marco Polo, actually. You just know where each
tag.
other are.
You know where you go,
Tag.
but you run into some walls anyway.
Yeah.
That's a 23 to hit, by the way.
It's 23 to hit. Go ahead and roll damage, and you can roll for your laser as well.
Okay.
Do I get my sneak attack?
Yeah, you can have the sneak attack. Sure, I'll give it to
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Which one of the sharks is being hit?
The land shark.
Probably coolest
Oh.
shark.
Coolest
Coolest
shark.
shark.
Smark. No.
That's a
Fine. Sam.
23 to hit for the
It's-
laser.
Morning for me.
Yeah, that both of
Yeah,
you-
that hits. Cool. So I do 13, 18
11.
damage.
And you
No.
get 18 piercing damage, and then Simp, you take 11 radiant damage.
Okay.
How much was that? Was the damage 18?
Yeah.
18.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Okay. When you come back around, the one shark that I control is going to breach and also try and hit you with a laser on their turn.
I'm
That's
a fire
a
in
natural
the
20.
list.
Oh shit.
2, 9, 10, and 13 radiant damage.
Cool.
You still up?
Yeah, I'm still up.
Shark A,
Oh.
formerly known as Shark B.
It's the longest title.
Shark B, you are up.
Is that me?
No,
I'm 2.
that's Deckles. You're Shark 2. Guys, keep these straight. It's not that
Keep
hard.
it going. Okay, I will let me roll for the laser to come back.
Oh yeah, I need to roll for that as well. Oh,
And that's a 5. I got it back too. Look at us. Lasers.
wow, laser buddy.
Question.
I'm going
Because
to
I'm still entering through the same door, do I still have that 3/4 cover because of Big Smashy? This is a very genuine question about the mechanics
you
of
do
the
still
room.
have the 3/4 cover.
Okay.
That doesn't affect the nat 20, but it will affect future
No.
ones, yeah.
Yeah. That's why I asked. I just thought about it.
land shark's gonna coolest land shark, because there's only one, will wiggle their 5 feet to just keep moving further into the room.
Yeah.
And then
you're kind of on the side of the giant pole thing that's Big Smashy. So you guys actually are pretty close to one another.
cool. Okay.
Coolest Shark
Am I
and Simp.
Second
in range
question.
to the laser again?
Go ahead.
That was my question.
Okay, yeah. My second question is, do the other sharks smell the blood on the crossbow bolt?
You fired it at Land Shark, right?
E.
Maybe like one does, but land shark is not in the water, and the rest of the sharks are. So the smell does not carry as much.
Oh, that's all I need to know. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And then can I see them for the laser
Yes.
attack? Okay. Try it again. Boop. Let's see. That's a solid 15.
15's gonna hit.
15 will hit. Okie dokie. And that will be, man, big damage. 11 radiant.
And I'm finally down.
Okay.
Mm.
It took a while. You guys all fought valiantly. Those of you who are commandeering sharks, would you like your sharks to do anything? I will say the Marco Polo, upon remembering that they all have blind sight, it goes pretty straightforward because they can very easily find each other, unless they get out of 60 feet of range, and then it's kind of hard to hear at all.
Just like yelling.
Yeah.
Coolest land shark will try and wiggle their way back to the the water to show off their cape to
Just
everyone
like
else.
tattered.
Yeah, it's like ripped up, bloodied.
Yeah. It says
Look what I found.
It says cool.
It's just as cool.
Yeah.
I need to make those death saves, do I?
You're back to cool,
What?
Sam.
I mean, you can
Do
make
I-
the death saves, yeah.
I didn't figure it particularly mattered, but I'll do it anyways. That's 14. So that's fine. 12,
2.
4.
Okay. 2 and 1.
Another 12.
Okay. So you're unconscious.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Fair. Yeah, as you go ahead and give me a deception check.
24.
Okay, fair enough. As
You look dead enough.
As you all fade out of consciousness, so this is generally the second part of the stream, but I am not going to do that on stream because we are already at 11:36 my time. But this is generally the part where I'm going to tell you guys what you're going to do, and you're going to handle this off stream. So, what happens now? Everyone who has watched any part of the show, you keep your mouth shut. Cone of silence, okay? We're not saying anything, we're not telling anything to future people. This is the part where I announce that next week, it's gonna actually be earlier. Next week, the time is gonna be different, because I'm inviting some of my mutuals who live in the UK to come play with us, and they can't have really ridiculous times. So when is 8 BST? 8 p.m.
8
not
BST is 3 Eastern.
Okay, so 3 Eastern, 2 Central is when we will be playing this next Tuesday. So it's going to be an afternoon game. If you guys want to vibe with some people, we have Mr. Gilburn, we have Rowan Ellis, and then we also have a couple people like Momo Scaria and Brother VO who just could not ever make a Tuesday night because they have jobs and stuff. So that's what we'll do next week. All of you guys who played, thank you so much for playing. Thank you so much for dying. Gave it the old college try. You all get to level up your characters. You can.
Landshark gets to level up? What?
I will let you level up Landshark.
No, please don't.
I'm going to level up. I'm going to level up Landshark because he has. He's the coolest cape.
He's like one cantrip.
Yeah.
Air breathing. It's a cape of air breathing.
A cape of air breathing. Landshark has that. You guys all get to level up your characters. You can add one class in wherever you want. You can continue to multi-class. Moss, if you want to make good on your promise to make this character druid by the end of the stream, you can totally do that. And then you also get to leave one sending message for your past self as you were given. Make sure you get 25 words. You get to sign it at the end with your username. And also feel free to update anything in the personality, bonds, flaws, etc. Character description that you want about your character. We will end the stream here, and you guys stay on the call. We're going to talk a little bit offline as we talk through that. Thank you guys so much for coming and playing the dungeon, and we'll see what happens next week. Bye!
Bye, chat.